Starting there. And now we do this. And then maybe change the title a little bit to something. What should we change it to?
Since your leitmotif is a banana and mine is a tangerine, probably something around.
A leitmotif. That sounds so cool. And it's just like, I like bananas. Orange. Okay, I can put those. Yeah, I was... Okay. Put English down, put these down. Though today, technically, we could also be like, oh yeah, you can speak Italian because at least somebody here can decipher what's going on. And it's not gonna be me. Doodle and Chit-chat. There.
Orange to banana.
Orange to banana. Yeah. And then... Yes. Should I Andy you? Or what name would you like to? Which?
Andy is fine.
Andy. Andy and Amba. Sounds like something. There. And then everything should be okay. And have some random playlist. And then I can send you the link. Copy. And I have a link. Look at this.
Damn.
Professional.
Professional streaming.
The way I did... I basically took my iPad as a second screen. And then placed your thing of Discord on it. Zoomed in. This is my analog solution.
The technology.
It's fucking professional, guys.
It started. Okay, it started.
Yeah.
Yay.
You can have a look, and I will tweet these things on the internet in case there's anybody on the Twitter that wants to join.
On the Twitter.
Why do you have a French accent?
I don't know. Actually, before coming to the call, I was practicing. Since it's been a while since I haven't spoken French.
Ooh.
And I saw on Twitter some French tweets. I tried to decipher them, but then I realized in these 10 years that I haven't spoken French, I completely forgot how to read it.
Read it?
Yeah.
Do you still understand though when you hear it?
Sometimes, some words. But I completely forgot.
Did you actually take French?
In high school, 6 years.
Only okay. But I guess like Italian and French is kind of...
It's pretty similar. The fact is like with French we have more similarities to Sicilian rather than Italian, because like I think we spoke about it once. There's one Sicilian article said like it's the word for tissue, the one that you blow your nose with in particular, called muccature, which comes from the French mouchoir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Exchange. Yeah, I was thinking that like maybe grammatically it was easier because of, you know, language families.
Yeah, probably. Also because we had a lot of what's the word in English?
Love.
Oh. We were conquered a lot by French people.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I'm educated.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to Hi Black Blood Cell. Hiya. Can you tell me if the sound and everything's fine? If you can hear Andy, if you can hear me, and the background music, and if the bear is visible for you on the screen.
Oh, I figured out that I should probably tweet about this as well.
Oh yeah, bring in the cloud.
The cloud.
Yeah, I think that's what people say, right? I don't know what they say.
Let me see. I'm streaming with the best banana prince.
Ooh, I'm the best.
He's the best and only
Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm the only royalty, obviously.
banana prince.
Good morning, Ku. Hello, hello. Hello, both Anba and Andy. I hear you well. Awesome. How are you doing?
Twitter, where the heck is it? Okay.
Bird. Look for the bird. How is it morning for you, Ku? I thought you were like living in our regions. Where is it morning in the world right now?
The other side of the planet, I believe.
UK? Hawaii?
I'm terrible with time zones.
I don't know the exact hours. I have a general idea. I think Asia and Hawaii are like good morning.
Probably.
And maybe Australia. Because that's also Asia. I'm stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, I reckon probably that side of the
Yeah,
planet.
yeah. And then America right now would be...
I reckon it's afternoon, almost evening, probably for the Americans.
Ooh, okay.
I believe. I'm not sure.
Well, that's perfect timing. They should come in. What the hell? I'm editing videos. Good luck on editing the videos. It sounds like suffering.
Oh, good luck.
I'm not even gonna comment on that one. Fine, thank you, Andy. You? Yeah, I'm doing fine. How about you, Andy?
I've been resisting.
Resisting? That sounds like a word. Resisting is not an emotion. How are you doing? Resisting? That makes you sound like a psychopath or a serial killer.
That's more like I've been holding up. I guess it's been fine. Just busy.
Busy.
Yeah.
It's 2 in the morning here. Crazy. Oh, it's 8 p.m. in the UK. I'm just being backwards as a joke. Okay. It's suffering. It's a 3-hour stream. It's a 3-hour stream.
Wow. Good luck editing that.
Oh, editing streams? Oh, do you mean like those highlight video things?
Ooh, interesting.
I don't know. I'm wondering how to edit streams, or is it for a video? By the way, I probably also need your socials.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Hi, Vodzu. Vodzu. Good luck at work. And what was stream highlight?
I'll just throw the link in here and put it in the description as well.
Okay. Let me see.
Every time Voizu comes in the stream, they're always either working or going to work. Like Voizu is living the capitalistic life.
Getting the bread.
Getting the bread on the table. We'll bring the butter, you bring the bread, Voizu. Let's make this a party.
Gambare.
Gambate kudasai. Stream highlights. Jesus. If you're a video editor and you're supposed to do like stream highlight stuff, are you supposed to choose yourself what the highlights are? Or is the person that did the stream, will they be like, oh, I want this and this and this and this and this in it? Or how do you plan these things?
It's always been interesting, like how these kind of editing works. Because I remember, I'm gonna interject here. I remember seeing this other streamer from Niji Sanji talking about a clip that they were putting on their channel, but Niji Sanji at the same time put the same exact clips on their channel edited by Niji Sanji, and they were like, my editor actually by complete accident chose the same exact clips from the stream. So I'm wondering if I could upload them on my own channel as like as a personal kind of upload. So I'm wondering if it's like either personal choice or it's scripted by the streamer. Probably they're all I don't know, not entirely sure.
Everything's scripted. I'm sure of it. I mean, I guess they get a pick, right? Or maybe it depends from streamer to streamer. Like, I guess if you're like in a company, like you say Niji Sanji, I think that's a bit more scripted, a bit more planned.
Probably.
Yeah, because there's like, whatever you're putting as highlights, it's kind of the face of whatever you're doing, your job, right? Like what do you call that? It's almost a CM of your streams itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in there and you're like saying all like the, all the swear words or whatever.
A compilation of you just like coughing.
Yeah, just a compilation of you being a dick, basically. Like a racist, homophobic, swearing asshole. Like, I don't think that's gonna fly.
Or throw in a slur for good measure.
Yeah, just for good measure. Like, I don't want anybody to come to my streams.
Exactly. I just want to be as hateful as possible.
I just want to be a hater. I mean, isn't like those... Don't they have like these images, these roles that they basically play?
Yeah, I reckon they like. Not entirely sure how it works, but like they have this character that they have to stick with. Sometimes I believe they do break out of character, but.
But they have like this just general image. Like, I mean, I know it's kind of like what I saw at least of it. It looked a bit like RPing, but then with your voice. And, yeah. So basically, you need to stick to your lore, and I'm guessing that when they do this like uploads or whatever highlights, that it's kind of like, oh, and you gotta make sure that I'm not stepping out of the lore today.
Stepping out of the lore.
Yeah, because then the dream's broken. Santa isn't real, and all the children cry.
Santa isn't real?
Santa is busy sleeping. It's summer. It's summer, Andy. Santa's sleeping. It's holidays. Don't ask so many questions. We recognize your efforts, Voisey. Voisey, you're a valid. Making time to hang out in your busy schedule. Good luck. It's a bit of both, but mostly parts I would pick would be funny. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. So it's completely dependent on your humor. So if another editor comes in, then maybe the style would change. Cool, you're making yourself a name. Truly a Chad.
Good luck editing.
Good luck editing. Should I edit your streams? You should, just edit my life, actually. Just only take out the best parts, please. Oh, I gotta make this clear. Anba ain't drawing shit. This is all Andy. Do you think I can draw this beautiful shaped fruit? I can't.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna throw in the Twitter of Andy, so you can immediately fly over there for like actual drawings. That is if my computer wants to work with me. He wants to.
This is a depiction of us.
This is us. Andy, there. Please do visit Andy's Twitter and all the related links in their beautiful artworks. Little faces.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, half the reason, honestly, and this is what I'm gonna say, half the reason I kind of wanted to get Andy to come here and guest is because I wanted to shout out. I just think they have great art, and I'm kind of sad every single time when people are kind of like not giving it as much artiste as I believe it should have. Anyway,
you're so nice. I'm gonna cry.
It's not even about being nice. I'm aggressive right now.
Aggressively support.
This is me being aggressively promoting. Yeah. Not only that, also making comics is like good shit. Oh, 3 seconds.
Go ahead. Thank you. I'm gonna add the banana sticker in here for good measure. And it's gonna be Anba. Like this. There we go.
There.
I'm just gonna add the sticker.
That's what I mean.
Welcome back. Relating to the conversation we had today.
Sorry?
Relating to the conversation we had today about personal
yeah.
space.
Like, I wasn't even... People here, I think, are already used to it. Like, it's every 5 seconds. It's just like anybody in the house going, Amba, yes? Can you bring this for me today? Can you do that for me tomorrow? I'm like, yeah. We're lucky this time, because there's sometimes times when my mom's just like full out, like, I'm trying to do something on the computer. Please explain every little step to me.
Oh my god.
She's the mom that, like, she had, like, Bing as the home search thing, bot, whatever, you know what I mean? And through Bing, she was, like, trying to look for Google, and then through Google for YouTube.
Oh my god.
So she gets where she has to be, but it just takes a few steps extra.
She needs our time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what could I draw? Give me a suggestion.
Give us ooh, people, please give a suggestion.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Now you can just see other style, better style. I would take this chance if I were you.
I'm gonna draw my best art style. There it is.
We're playing Hangman. Ooh, Andy, you're slaying it, drawing that vegetable. Where is the vegetable though? I literally only see fruit and a person.
Is this the vegetable?
It does look kind of like moyashi, like the soybean things.
Hey, I do reckon that the way that I draw an orange is more similar to tomatoes.
And it's the tomato with like a breakout on the skin because of the little pimple things.
Oh yeah, this one.
Hi Wiki, today I learned Santa isn't real. Oops. Fuck, sorry.
Well, our fault.
But VTubers are real though. So many dragon children.
Is Santa a VTuber?
Sorry?
Is Santa a VTuber?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if like Coca-Cola's fucking next stunt is VTuber Santa. And you know what? There will be people thirsting because do you know do you know that the film with Jack Frost, it's called Rise of the Guardians?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, ooh.
Where they made like a daddy Santa. When I was watching it, I had like, you know, the emoji with the eyes. That was like,
yeah.
I was just like looking out the corner of my eyes, kind of like observing.
Coca-chan.
I was just witnessing as I sat there in the cinema.
Oh my god, okay, so when that movie came out, my god, I felt attacked.
They were coming straight for us though.
Yeah, first the bunny.
The bunny. The Australian bunny.
Yeah.
Yes.
First
The fucking bunny, yes.
then Santa.
Santa.
That's it.
That's it! You know, like most people were thirsting over Jack Frost, wasn't it? Wasn't Jack Frost like the main boy that was supposed to be like the handsome ikemen little bishonen guy, and you're just like Santa and a bunny and that's it?
Everyone thought that he was a dreamboat, but I couldn't care less for him.
I thought he was so cute. I had a little crush on Jack Frost.
To be honest, that was the age where everyone cosplayed the Jack Frost. Like even your grandma, everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be Jack Frost today," and I was like, "All right."
Even Kimi no Nona.
Kimi no Nona.
Kimi no Nona.
I've never seen so many people barefoot at a convention. ever.
So many feet. It was like a great year for feet fetishes.
I was like, at least wear transparent slippers or something.
Transparent slip. Andy, what is that?
No, you know the wait. So, okay,
Yes.
little Sicilian lesson.
Sicil-
So when you go to the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's two types of beach: the sandy one and the rocky one.
Mm-hmm.
The rocky one usually is presented like this. These are the rocks everywhere,
Squares.
and there's basically, and
Sticky.
this is the leap that you have to take, the leap of faith that you have to take to go into the sea, basically. So you either have to find a lucky spot where there's like a platform
Mm-hmm.
to gently reel yourself into the water, or you had to jump off of these things. And to stand on top of these things, because these bitches hurt, like they will cut your feet every time you step on them. We had like these slippers that we have to wear every time that you had to go to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this super ugly shoe that completely adheres to your foot, and it's like, let me show you with a depiction. So let's say here's your big toe.
Yeah.
You sounded so excited for the big toe.
Like the big toe.
Come
What do you
through,
want?
big toe. Come through. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Big Toe.
Big toe. I'm such fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
No, that was funny. So here's the foot, right?
Yeah.
And we have to wear these ugly slippers that would completely like suck your foot in. That they look made of jelly, and basically they have under the soles these like designs that are served to like have you better grip on the rocks. Stuff like
Oh.
this.
It's like literally
Kind of.
made for that.
Yeah, it's literally made for this. Like these kind of.
But why did they not like give it color and stuff? Like why is it sea-free?
I mean, there is some of the like some that are colored. I used to have transparent ones, and I used to have blue ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually look like proper sandals sometimes, like because they had like cute little designs on top of the foot, like this, or maybe it continued on the on this, and then it had like bumps adding to the grip, like on this part of foot and stuff like this. And then I had really really ugly ones. I still do actually. That like are completely blue and completely ripped on the on the end of my toe. So there's this like giant hole
Oh god.
on here.
Oh god.
And they are so unfashionable. I love them.
Is this like ugly fashionable, like this aesthetic that people have with Crocs sometimes?
Confession.
Yes.
I own a pair of Crocs.
I knew it. I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised.
You're not even genuinely shocked.
I'm not. Did you have the Crocs before people started hating on them?
Actually, I wasn't a hater. I got
Oh! You had an arc, a character arc.
I had a whole redemption arc with Crocs. I just like, but I don't think there's any kind of redemption for me at this point. Like with the people around me anymore.
People stream like Crocs are nice. I'm just no.
Nice. Yes.
No.
More Croc wearers.
Stop. don't encourage them.
I'm gonna draw a Croc just to spite you.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, let me pull up a reference because I don't remember how they look like.
I said this before as well in stream, like several times I probably said this, that like every time you like something, ironically, like X time, definitely like your interest will go up and in the end you will become what you hated, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's a curse.
It's a curse
and a blessing.
and blessing. This is how aesthetics work. You know, like at the start with Vocaloid songs or whatever, I like the songs and then I hated the Vocaloid voices.
Yeah.
And I was just like hating on them all the time, being like, the robot voices, haha, it's so stupid. And look at me now.
You were like, wait.
Girl, my username has Len in it. Like, fucking,
I
I identify right now. Like, I'm like half kidding. This is not good.
I remember when I started like knowing you as a singer before like meeting you as a person. You were always casted as Len in every every time.
I got typecasted, Andy. You know what? I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio. I get like typecast as the same asshole every single time. Crocs save toes from the dangers around them.
Oh, sorry, my Discord died.
That's okay. Wait, you're still here. I guess the stream sharing whatever died.
Let me screen share again. It's gonna happen a few times because my computer hates Discord or whatever.
That's okay.
Yeah, like you were typecasted every time.
I mean, that's what they did in the past, right? Like, at the very start, it was like people wanted to be the Vocaloids themselves. So it was like, you got to audition, right? You audition for a role or you audition for a chorus. And I would audition and I would be like, I want to be anybody as long as I'm allowed to be in. And then it started to be Len. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm good at this because this is the only role I get every single time. And I was like, I wonder what happens if I just go in and be like, I want to be Luca, I want to be Mako, like anything else. It's just like, nah. It would be like this awkward exchange where they would message me back and go like, actually, I was thinking maybe you could be Len. I'm just like, okay.
I remember I was always really disappointed because I always wanted to be Kaito.
Oh. Well, I mean, there's like two lower voiced, quote unquote Vocaloids, which was Gakpo and Kaito, I think, at the time.
Yeah, and there was Kyoteru nobody really talks about.
Oh, the creepy teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that one. And then I way before Kyoteru even, the self-made, what is it called? Mikuo and shit. And Akaito.
Akaito, I remember that.
I still don't know what Akaito was, by the way. Still don't know. It's just Kaito, and what did they do with it?
They just painted it red. Just giving him red wig, and they were like, "Yeah, go,
go, girl.
Right.
You're different now." Yeah, but what about? I don't know what about the voice. There was something that they did. I know Miku was just Miku, but then weirdly pitched down, so then that's Mikuo. Akaito was something too. I don't remember what it was.
I wish I was so invested in that, cause no, really. I was like. The thing with like fan Vocaloids and stuff like this, they became mainstream and people eventually, like from the higher ups parts, they started acknowledging them. So they eventually became part of the lore. Like Akitaneru doesn't have a voice bank and she's yet part of the official Vocaloid like lore and stuff like this. She's the one from the Triple Baka with the phone.
We know about this because previous stream I put on like this playlist with like old Vocaloid songs and it was like baka 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 na na. It was in there.
That song is so cute.
I feel this is like the continuation episode today. Like everything was prepared. If everybody paid attention, they know what's going on today.
So everyone's following class.
Yeah, this is class. It's always class. I'm always educational, always teaching. That is kind of what I do over here.
1 second, I'm just gonna draw teacher Anba.
Yes, I am teacher. I used to hate Vocaloid too. See? TLDR, you become what you hate in life, so hate everything. And that is my philosophy. That is what's going on with me. That is how I...
Yeah.
It's kind of how I live life.
It's like, this is cringe, I'm gonna be cringe with it.
This is cringe. No, first is this is cringe. I hate it. Everybody who likes it is a loser, and I'm gonna bully them. And then, like, 5 minutes later, you become the cringe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Cringe 101.
Welcome to cringe. Class 101 with DJ Anba and guest Andy. Welcome to Cringe 101, and it just happens to be us two, representing the class.
Exactly. Instead of having the apple on the desk, you're gonna have an orange.
Yes.
You're gonna be like, hello class.
Hello, class. Welcome to Cringe 101. You want to be cringe? Come over here. We'll teach you. Bullying is cringe. Bullying is just stupid. I wouldn't even call it cringe. Like I don't have the capacity to, get into that at any point in time. Bullying is just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Be the cringe you want to see in the world. That one's beautiful.
I love it.
I felt it.
Okay, I need to curb this because it'll look ambiguous and I don't want to get in trouble.
You don't want to get in trouble with my manager, do you?
Do you have a manager?
I know. I had an identity crisis last stream. I don't have a manager.
Welcome.
Oh, yes. Look at the little bow tie thing I've got. That means I'm serious.
This means business.
This means business, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna learn.
You can see that I'm not even putting effort in this.
Really? Because I really like it, though.
Do you? I'm so glad.
That was disgusting black blood cell. I like it. Mm-hmm. Oh, my
It
lord.
reminds me of this one phrase saying like, if loving you is cringe, then I don't want to be based.
That is disgusting. That actually gave me a reaction.
Give you like fight or flight.
Yes. Fight, flight, freeze. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, if we're
Yeah.
talking cringe, I think last stream, for some fucking reason, like I said, I had like an identity crisis. I kind of fell apart. And for some reason, I started talking about Black Butler a lot. Now, if we're talking cringe, that
Oh my
fandom.
god. Kuroshitsuji was...
You're saying it the official Japanese way. Kurotsuji.
Because we knew it here just as Kuroshitsuji. We didn't know it as like Black Butler.
Yeah, I don't know who. Black Butler were not many people who said that, but the ones who said it, I usually did not trust. I just didn't.
They're like, Black Butler? Ew. You say it like that?
It's more like I don't trust. Like they probably watch like the dubs or whatever, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine to watch dubs. Nothing against it. But know that the early 2000s, there were specific types of people. Let's keep it at that.
Yeah, like, here we did not have it called Black Butler because like the Italian localizator for the manga,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have an Italian dub either, so we only ever knew it as Kuroshitsuji, and
It was in Japanese?
yeah,
Oh,
it was in
shit.
Japanese subtitles online illegally, of course.
Oh.
Because I don't think they ever bought the rights to dub it in Italian, which was weird because it was the craze for everyone's ships at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was the problematique kind of con that everyone discussed about.
I like how you said that in French. Problématique.
Problématique.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
And-
that's why. Maybe that's why Italy was kind of like looking at it. Like, all the other countries were like, whatever, cartoon, it's probably fine. And Italy was just actually looking at the content and being like,
Yeah.
in 10 years, this is not going to fly anymore.
Yeah. It's not gonna be like it's not gonna be it's not gonna be based. Let's give it at that.
I mean, in Europe in general, I don't think that flies as well. England, because England was mentioned and takes place there, but all the rest of Europe was kind of like looking at it like...
Oh yeah. Everyone went crazy with the fact that I was like, oh, Black Butler is said in English, so everyone, of course, have to be like Sebastian or, I don't
Ciel?
fucking know, Ciel. Yeah, every kid has to be like Ciel, and they have to be a Brad, and they also have to, I don't fucking know. They own like a mansion, and shit like this. They also have a pact with the demon, and I'm like, do you go out?
And they go out of their house and they're just like in fucking Sicily and it's like 40 degrees Celsius and there's like nothing English about this. Like a fucking wine garden. It's like, yeah, man.
I hope that didn't sound mean. It's just like, I don't know. It was odd. It was odd, especially because here in Sicily, it was. I don't want to say it was really popular, but there were like at least 8 Sebastian hanging around at every cosplay convention, at every corner.
Yes.
So it was either you either watched it or you were not part of the cool kids. Like in no way possible.
Oh, you should have known about it, at least. It was like but it was around the time that all those Victorian age things were in. There was Rose and Maiden. Yeah. They were all kind of edgy, like kind of morally ambiguous. Was the other one Pandora Hearts?
Oh yeah,
that was like that time. Like that aesthetic was there. Even D. Grayman kind of has that aesthetic going on.
Exactly, or like other lesser known animes like Gothic.
Gothic?
Yeah, it's literally spelled Gosiick.
Huh. It's probably something in the same direction then.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it much. I only watched the first episode and I was like, meh, and then I kept going with my life.
As we do. Good old Sissy was the bane of my high school experience. Never again. Though surprisingly, in my school in the UK, my fellow wee people never cosplayed as Ciel. Ku, you've probably been in this little pocket, this eye of the storm. Oh, question for you, Andy. Were you a fellow anime watcher first using YouTube back in the days? Question mark.
Oh, absolutely, I was. I watched the entirety of a Horror Analysis Club on YouTube. Parts of 3 episodes.
Yes! I was waiting for it.
It was either part 3 came out, I was not gonna watch it. Like, I was not gonna watch that.
It was like back in the day when I still had to search for part whatever. Like, I typed in the full title, and then maybe the username of whoever did it, and then part 3 is what you had to type in because you couldn't find it. There was like no recommended bar.
You know what was so sad? When they only uploaded part 3 and there was no part 2 or 1.
Yeah, oh my god.
It got copyright struck,
Stricken? Stroked? It got copyright stroke? Anyway, that happened. But it's a bit later though, right? I know at the very start when I came into YouTube, there was like nothing. There was like Gundam Seed episode, and it was when you could only upload 5 minutes per video. So those were lots of parts.
Oh my god. I hate it when they uploaded in like micro parts. There were like 2 minutes each. I remember I watched the first episode of Toradora like that. And I was like, oh no, I cannot do this. And then I stopped watching.
Toradora. Oh, that's like another one. With the opening song being, out famousing the anime.
Yeah, what was it? Vanilla Parade or something?
Yeah, hold on. Let me find it. I don't really care about copyright on my channel anymore, so what is it? Toradora.
But we've been vocal like cover artists, both of us. Copyright doesn't mean shit to us anymore at this point.
For Vocaloid, it's been fine.
Has it?
Actually, no. For my blast stream, I got stricken, I got whatever, 2 times. Not No, I got a warning 2 times because they were like, you played Melt, and Melt is obviously owned by Hatsune Miku, which is owned by not Cypriot, fucking, what is it called? Krypton, yes. But whatever. It's wait, it goes like, Vanida soruto de.
Oh yeah. I remember everyone was in the ending, that parade song.
The parade song?
It was like pure paredo, na 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 na.
See, this is what I mean with like the songs outliving whatever, even their own titles. I don't know the title.
Me neither.
I'm just like, when I hear it, I'm like, yeah.
I remember it has a really fast part of the song. It was like.
That's when your weeb like really like gears in. You're like, I gotta show these other weebs that I am dominant. I can do this fast part.
Exactly. I remember it was the big thing in the cover scene.
Who's like, oh man, never thought I would hear the anime Goshik being name dropped in a long time. I feel so understood. Somebody's reaching for you, Andy.
One of us.
Somebody's like just feeling up your face right now, like brother, sister, sibling. Sounds fun. Matajana, it's the person I said that I tried to speak Spanish to. Hola.
Hola.
Llegué tarde, no. I don't know what that means. Probably I'm late. It's okay. No problema, yo. This is how I communicated the entire stream with them. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días aquí, I think. Earworm, yes, all these songs. Bien, et tu? What the, French?
No, it's like, I'm good, and you, I think.
Oh, yo mucho bueno yo.
Like, bien. It's like, bienito.
Bienito? Bienito?
No, ito, I think.
¿Y tú?
Because...
Bien, ¿y tú? Maybe.
I'm not entirely sure.
Muy bien, gracias. No te preocupes por llegar tarde. Oh, don't worry about being late. Yeah. No te preocupes.
Llegar? Probably? Llegar tarde.
Llegar tarde. Oh.
Bueno, hablando español, así que estoy usando el traductor de Google.
Me too, Ku. Same. Pareil. C'est français, mais ok. Oh my god.
I can make out some words because Italian sounds almost the same, but...
Oh. You can you like read it, most of it?
Not really, but like since Spanish and Italian both have Latin roots, I believe. Most of the words are similar in like sound and phonetics, I think.
Oh.
And I'm sure my sister, who studies this language for her job, knows it better than I do, and most likely every Spanish person. But like, I don't want to talk big as well, because I don't want to spread ignorance.
Meanwhile, I'm here like, buenos dias. I don't want to spread ignorance, and I just exist next to you. Gracias. Oh my god. I swear I'm gonna learn Spanish like this. This is not a great idea.
Actually,
me siento feliz aquí. Yeah, because you are feliz aquí. That's why.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, we were just talking about early 2000s experience as the OG YouTuber people.
Oh, YouTuber, you make me sound so old.
If I'm gonna be old, you're going in that hole with me, Andy.
Okay.
I do not take my age by myself. Everybody has to go down with me. I understand 5% Spanish because of school, but I tried to learn to get by if I ever come across a fellow Spanish.
Oh, nice. It's good practice, actually. I kind of regret not doing this with French. Trying to engage in conversations.
I think what helps is just to get engaged into content first, like at least what I do, because like you don't always have people around you, right, to speak French with. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna watch some live streams or videos, like vloggers. That helps me a lot. Like I'm always like at the minimum, even if I can't speak it or I can't form sentences, at minimum I want to like hear it, a bit of it every day. So I always like watch at least one video in French, one video in whatever language, so that I don't forget at least the sounds. Yeah. I'd be very sad if I did not understand at all the things that I've learned before.
I should probably start doing the same. Honestly. Because I remember watching the last video in French that I watched was by this person that does cooking videos on YouTube.
Ooh,
and
gourmet.
They were making like this really tasty pasta. And the whole entire video was in French, and their editing was superb actually, because they also were explaining like different alternatives to certain parts of the pasta making process, like different types of flours, different types of like spreading the rolling the dough and stuff like this. So it was really interesting to watch. And it was actually their French was really comprehensible, because most of the time I don't really understand French when it's spoken too fast. So I'm glad that this YouTuber was going slow with the narration and the voiceovers, because if not, I probably would have felt lost like immediately after I would have turned on subtitles, and I would have been like, all right, this is not the video for me.
Not content for me.
Yeah, languages are fun. I remember we once had one discussion, me and you, when we joined the Electrocurica project. And we were talking, I think, about Belgian, no, Dutch, or like strictly like the Belgian dialect having similarities to Sicilian.
Yeah.
Because we also have like minchia, I think, as a word, or merda.
Minge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. It's mostly the slang over here, because I didn't know before that it was like Italian. I had to like look that up at some point, because I was like, we say it over here and we kind of know what it is in our region. And the moment we step out even of my village, basically, wherever I am, people are just like, the fuck does that even mean? Like, where does it come from?
Oh, so it's like a local word.
Yeah, it's super local. It's because I think like what I said before, like in the 60s, there was like mining business over here booming. And basically people from Sicily and like Turkey got called over because we didn't have enough workers. So we had lots of immigrants over here. Spanish people too, I think, and Greek, but mostly Italians and Turkish people. And then probably from Sicily then, I think. From the south at least. Yeah, and due to that, our slang and stuff, and some of our dialect words even have like some Italian or even Turkish stuff in it. Sometimes direct translations. Like the saying, don't break me the balls, for example, is something... We say it in Dutch. Yeah, we don't say it in Italian, we say it in Dutch, in Flemish. But if we come with this expression somewhere else, they're just like, what the fuck are you... like, what are you saying to me suddenly?
You want to break my balls?
Yeah, it's more like that's really weirdly aggressive. Like, they would understand as an expression, but they'd be like, yeah, I don't know what it stands for. I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah, because like, it's more of a like, please, like, don't bother me kind of a word, kind of a phrase, and everyone else is like, how do I even translate this feeling of just like, no rompermi le palle? It's like, how do I convey this nuance?
You don't. You come out as sounding really uncultured, and that's like what our region's image is.
This is gonna sound so mean for no reason at all, just to ask not to be bothered.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's only when you really start thinking about your expressions that you're like, okay, yeah, that's overly polite or that's overly aggressive for what it is, but it's just normalized now, so whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I wish to study more languages in the future. It would be really interesting,
I'm
especially to find the similarities between.
Yes. I was watching this video today about Slavic languages, and they basically there was this grouping whatever that made an inter-Slavic language, basically understood by every other Slavic country, like Esperanto, like a mate language, but then for Slavic. And I don't know how I got there, but I don't know, man. I'm a bitch for languages. I love them. Hey, yo, Miku looking fine or fire. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I've been drawing Miku for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's our queen. I've been staring.
Miku.
Oh.
No. Están hablando de aprender diferentes idiomas ahora.
Okay. Google Translate says they are talking about learning different languages now. Yes.
Yeah.
Do people use Esperanto? That's a good question. I don't know. What happened to that? Yeah.
Gonna give our queen the crown.
Oh yeah, crown her.
If I can actually draw one, that is.
This is officially her coronation today. Like up until now, it's all been tutorial, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations, Miku, on becoming the queen.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, that came out of left field. You know, I'm proud. I'm proud of my fucking penguin noises. I did that well. Vivi even was like, who did the penguin noise? That was good.
Please redo them just for me.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. This requires warming up. Like, my vocals
Ah, sorry.
Hold on, I need some honey and butter and shit. Like, I don't know what people do for their vocals. Water.
I just need to do my gargles.
Yes. Be like, me.
Meanwhile, me pops up the microphone. I'm just gonna be like, Sekai de.
Yes.
Oh
my yeah. How did I do the penguin? You know, it was very in a moment. Yes. It's not my best work.
Do you remember those toy dogs?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still recovering. That I just did that in public.
The one with the whistle in it that looks like a crosshair.
What?
Yeah, those one with like they're like inside the throat. They have this kind of thingy. Shit.
Oh yeah. Are you supposed to you're supposed to strangle them and then sound comes out?
Exactly. You know what it reminded me? There's this one video of this toy. Hold on, actually, let me try and draw it. Let me actually find it because squishy toy Vine.
Need to reference.
I do because it's such an oddly specific toy. Squeaky toy with a bang. It's like I cannot see the full picture, but it's like something round. It has eyes like this.
These are my eyes when Rise of the Guardians came out.
It has this mouth, and it has like a tongue, that pops in and out every time that you
Chihuahua.
press it. And I cannot tell if it has like ears like this. But like if you press it, it goes like what? What? And there's this one vine of this person like pressing it really fast, coming on the on the screen, and it just goes like, and then it explodes. It was like there's the video of an explosion after that. I think it was. I need to send it to you later.
You need to send it to me. I need to see this vine. What it looks like right now, it looks like a tsumu tsumu chihuahua to me.
Oh my god, yeah.
It looks very chokeable though. Like it looks like something if you squeeze it, then the tongue will come out more and the eyes will come. Shit.
Is this another submissive and beautiful moment? The one that you sent me the other day. What was it?
Oh, hold on. Was it something weird? Before we say this in public, is this like something okay that I said? I don't trust myself.
Oh, is that one meme with Violet from Fire Emblem? It's like, why are students calling those this and that? And like go to your homework. It needs to be.
Oh. Yeah.
This is chokeable.
No. No, none of these intentions. I just fucking hell no. I mean, come on.
I can imagine. Like,
should have said squeezable. I don't know, that nothing is right in this context. Nothing would have been right.
I can imagine you going like super ham on it like this.
Yes, I would try to destroy it in one choke, in one movement.
Let me actually put effort in this ham.
When I do these things, it has to be with murderous intent. Like, you can't just half-ass this.
I can imagine just like this poor thing like this.
Yes, eyes popping.
The tiny tongue popping out. The eyes are just like this.
Yes. It has to die. I don't I don't know what else. That's probably what I was trying to say. Like, it makes me aggressive. I want to murder this thing. Like,
He's gonna be like, yeah, bye.
I tried to stay polite, but I just want to kill it. Look at it. Come on. There's a lot of choking being thrown around. Are you interested in that, Anba?
Are you?
Shut up. No, no. Let it be known over here. I am kidding. This is because this is a plushie and it makes me aggressive, but I am not interested in choking in that way. That is scary. Yeah, murder is scary.
Disclaimer.
Murder. It's scary.
This is the grip of death.
Yes. Maybe I should work out. I actually have like a grip of death.
Oh my god.
Playing down a choke game. No. No.
Are you just gonna like start grabbing people like this and just like the fuck did you just say?
Like for no reason too. Like I don't know them.
Like casually grabs you like a squishy toy. The fuck you just said?
The fuck you just looked at, bitch? And it's just like this random person.
Or you just go like casually someone asking about their day, just like grab them and just like, hey, how's it going? And they're like,
how are you doing? Somebody just telling me like, oh yeah, I won my fencing contest, and you just grab them and you're like, good, so happy for you. They just die. Super unprovoked.
I'm just gonna be like, hey. So, how's your day been?
How's your day been?
You just like your
I like your hair. They're just dying. Wow, 89. Hi, eating while watching this. Good luck.
good luck.
Please don't choke. Like, I'm making jokes, but it would be very concerning if somebody came in. Because people are always like drinking and eating whilst they're watching my streams and at the same time saying, oh, I'm choking because of laughter. I think that's on you.
Please don't choke.
Yeah. Don't choke. Don't be putting... Don't be...
It's that easy.
It's
You heard it from her.
You heard it from me first. If you want any reference, take the link to this live stream. Please just don't choke. Just easy. God.
Hold on a second, I need to draw this.
People always have to make shit like too difficult. Why did you read it like that? Because I can feel your vibe. I know that this is how you wanted me to read it. You're welcome. But what if someone is interested in that? Like Yuku? Joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
Is this where the stream is evolving?
What is that?
It's you.
It's a handsome banana.
It's a handsome banana, just like...
Like I'm holding my breath right now. I'm scared what's gonna come out of this.
I wrote joke instead of choke. Just don't choke.
Just don't choke. I want a little kira kira next to that.
1 second.
Yeah.
Just don't.
In the color of evil, which is red. Just don't choke. I don't see the problem. No, making it harder than it really is. God. Person chokes. Anba sounds like a you problem. Really is. Banana? Yes, that's a banana. It was a banana with only upper body cam. People tend to mistake these things, but that's got to do with you. Freud said that at some point. That's a good looking thumb. Yeah. Aye, that banana making me feel something. What does it make you feel, Black Blood Soul?
Oh, wow.
Love, appreciation, inspiration, motivation?
Banana dakimakura.
Are you ready to take on the world?
And Anba, you're gonna become a marketable plushie right now.
Oh my god, you know, just for real, you know how like, okay. I don't know why I made it sound so serious, because it's not.
You immediately went business. You were like, all right, you know what? This is my business plan. Here's point 1, point 2.
I was like pulling up the PowerPoint. That was what the silence was. I was just like bringing it in.
You want a diagram? Here's the diagram.
Listen. These are the graphics. Here's the stats. 15 years of research. You've waited for this. No.
Here's the pie chart.
Yes, that is a pie chart. I've got it. It's a beautiful one. It's got a booty. Anyway, what I wanted to say was, it does look. What I wanted to say was, you know, like the dakimakura stuff, like that's a merch thing in like Japan and Korea and whatever, right? Mm-hmm. What if, just like mind exercise, what if you become like a thing or whatever, and like you have like your VTuber person or whatever else you want, or it's just like your own freaking face on a picture, and it gets like, I don't know, ninki, like popular, and people want to dakimakura of that, and it gets sold. You're sitting there with the knowledge that people are like, ew. Like I'm already disgusted with the idea of people sleeping with like any manifestation of me, but not just sleeping, just next to it. That idea alone is making me kind of what the fuck. But then there are also people.
On my neck immediately. I'm just like, this is so good.
There are also people who would do other things with the dakimakura, such as choking and other things. You know what I mean? So just saying, like, realistically, if people came up to me with a business plan, they're like, Anba, you're now an influencer, famous YouTuber, VTuber, whatever you really are, and we're gonna make a dakimakura of you, I'd be like, bitch, no. No. Not today, not tomorrow. No.
But what if the body pillow was banana shaped? Like instead of this.
No, that's the problem that makes it worse. You know what the problem with my image is that it's banana, and I love bananas, and I didn't think of that. I was fucking like 12 or whatever age I was when I came up with this shit. I was like, Kagami no Len likes bananas, me too, let's go. We're in trouble right now. I can't like make any sort of merch without people double entendre that bullshit. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
You're so passionate about not being turned into marketable merch.
No, Dakimakura specifically. You can make me into like a wake up clock, alarm clock, like whatever. That's great.
Making a banging noise.
Yes. A fucking pencil case. I can be your notebook. I can be your marker. I can be your eraser, whatever you want. I can be a laptop, okay? But not a fucking Dakimakura. I'm not getting near your bed. Not a pillow, not a bed case, not a mattress, and not me.
The laptop is gonna just like, instead of welcoming you with the like Windows sound, it's just gonna welcome you with like, here's 10 reasons why Dakimakura sucks.
Yes, here's 10 reasons why I'm not a Dakimakura, I'm your laptop instead. And you have to sit through them every time you like boot up the computer. It's like 10 minutes of your day every time lost on me just like listing shit.
By the way, I know that you have to do your work, but by the way, did you see this video about this language?
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like this.
Oh god. That's a beautiful laptop. It's very sleek. Reckon it's
Thank you.
something Samsung, something. I don't know, it could be Apple.
I was thinking more Asus. As in us.
Yes.
Or just sus.
Just sus.
When the laptop is sus. I'm sorry, that was a horrible joke.
You did your best. We all witnessed that, but you did your best. That's like the most important part.
I wanted to be
Like I went back. I went in the back and I sat with the audience just staring at you like I didn't even help you there. I just like for a moment went away.
You just watched like the car crash happen.
Yes. It was beautiful. It was explosive. Is that a booty cheek? I think that's a booty cheek on a graph, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pie chart with a lot of cake.
Yes. Sweet. Yo, that circle kind of bad though. Black blood cell, calm down. God, we're like awakening shit in this live stream that I did not want to happen. Oh, banana on español es plátano. Ah, plátano, muchos plátano, gracias.
Many banana, thank you.
Do not, like, I'm communicating with people right now. Don't interrupt.
Naruhodo.
Naruhodo. Exactly.
So
desu ka.
desu ka.
Yeah. You are right, Anba. I will do things to the Dakimakura.
Like, hug it, saying how much I love you, you are a great person.
That's already too far for me. That's already too far. That is no. By letting it sleep in my well-made bed. Yes, without anybody else in it, please. Yeah, I need a shower. You go. What the hell? We're not gonna read that one. Next one. Oh damn. Asusibaka. Hello. Hi Pikachu. Bonjour.
Hello.
Pikachu's French. You can practice your French.
Oh, bonjour. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Je n'ai pas parlé français pour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ans.
Wait, you just said I didn't speak French for 10 years?
Je n'ai pas parlé français pour 10 ans.
Si te disons oui. Is that like a way to greet people? Hello. I haven't spoken any of your language for 10 years. Bye.
No, I didn't want to be rude.
What is like
or
the
giving
basic sort of
this-
phrases you learn usually in like language class? Isn't it like my hobby is?
Yeah, that or um, I remember our English classes in I was gonna say another word instead of elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
No, elementary school, primary school, because here in Italian is called asilo, and it's very close to the word asylum.
Yeah, I was about to comment that. I was like, no, don't say it, Amba. That's rude. And then you just went for yourself. I mean, TBH, like
So,
grade
in
schoolers
primary
belong
school-
there.
In primary school, I was saying.
Mm-mm. Keep
I
going.
remember the first the first time we started speaking English. I did not understand any of it. Of course, I was a baby, but like I did not want to have it. Like every kid was speaking English, and I was like, "Fuck this language." Like, no, I'm not gonna speak English for for my life ever. I was just a rebel kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, and
That-
eventually I started learning English by myself.
I was gonna
I
say, how did
remember,
that work out for you?
yeah, like in a sense, like it kind of worked out, but like in another sense, it kind of backfired because as I was learning it by myself. Once my teacher asked me, "Hey, how are you?" and I replied, "I'm 12."
I mean, if 12 is a
was-
mood.
And she was like, "Andy, please take your seat."
Oh, poor Andy. Poor baby Andy. Did you say it with confidence though?
Yeah, I was so confident in that. I was just like,
How are you?
it's like-
Thank you, I'm 12. Okay.
it's never gonna be worse as the one time that I accidentally said I'm gay to someone instead of like I'm good.
I
I
mean,
wasn't. I was in academy, and like I remember there was like these foreign students. I remember, and I almost let out instead of like they were like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was just like, "Please don't say I'm gay. Please don't say I'm gay. Please don't say I'm gay." I almost said it, and then I went, I'm good."
I mean, technically gay also means I'm good.
Yeah, it means joyful,
Yeah.
but to people who read Shakespeare, most of it, because like saying like I don't know, like since the first time that I actually read the word gay, it was like from Shakespeare in one of his poems. Then I actually learned the actual connotation of the modern word, and especially with learning more about sexuality and stuff and gender and stuff like this. Um, I remember when I was searching up terms for figuring out what the heck I am in the past, um, I came across the term bisexual, and it was still in the early years of the internet. So bisexual had the oldest connotation of the term. And on the internet, I read this really, really bad misinformation of people going, "Yeah, bisexual is when you are two genders," and I'm like,
Oh.
"That." Discord absolutely hated me saying that, and
Yeah, Discord just censored you. It censored. Oh, the stream too. Yeah. Okay.
hold on, I'll go. Let's back.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
Yeah, it was like a really problematic definition of bisexuality and stuff like this, and that's when I actually learned what the word gay would also mean, because like everyone was throwing it as an insult to me, and they were like, "Aha, Andy's gay, Andy's gay," and I was like, "Well, they just mean that I'm really happy,"
Oh
and stuff.
no.
Till I eventually learned what it actually meant.
In what way was it explained on that website? Or the first times you saw like I don't know, like a definition or whatever of the word gay, for example, right? What sort of connotation was there for it? Was it like positive, negative, or just like neutral? In what way?
It was positive. It was positive. It was just like, well, since here in Italy, the word gay is an umbrella term for both like homosexual men and women.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when we say, and I believe also in English as well, everyone's like, "Hey, I'm gay," which can either mean I like, which means I like the same gender as I
Mm-hmm.
identify with. Um, so for men, I like men. For women, I like women, and stuff like this, and so on. Like it's an expression of like self-identity as well,
Mm.
um, and all. Um, it's
And
it was mostly focused on men when I read it.
mm-hmm.
Because like the terms of lesbian also exist, of course, but like in Italy, it was really used like in a really derogatory way.
The word lesbian?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
I have that feeling too. Like even now a bit. Maybe it's because I'm still like left with the old definitions too. I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I have like more negative feelings towards the word lesbian. Like I know people are owning it up more to it right now, but than towards like homosexual or towards gay or whatever. Oddly enough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why like the word lesbian scared off so many people, like Italian people specifically. I just don't understand why,
They
because
make it
like
sound really dirty. Like the way it's
yeah,
said and used, it's like it's very dirty and I don't yeah.
it doesn't sit well with me. Like everyone's free to love, and like having everyone is free to use the term it suits them better.
Mhm.
So if you identify as a lesbian, you should be free to use lesbian.
Mm. Honestly, in my like I know I'm a language person, but from my point of view, like I also think you're like free to use whatever terms you want for yourself personally. Like obviously if you're going to represent an entire group, you got to like take care a little bit. But if you're not representing and you don't have to, because I think we need to like kind of calm down with that too. You don't have to represent everything that happens to coincide with your identity all the time. But, you know, if you're just like to yourself, I'd rather use gay, then use gay instead of lesbian. If you're like, I'd rather use lesbian, you know, like whatever.
Everyone's free to use like terms accordingly to what they can reclaim, of
Mm.
course, because like you can reclaim certain terms, but you have to use them wisely. If I reckon, because
Mm.
there's some terms like in that are more derogatory that actually mean the same exact thing, like gay, that only a gay man or a gay woman could use, and
Mm.
vice versa, and the other party should not use,
Mm-hmm.
because it is interpreted as an insult.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm not gonna throw out any examples, of course, because
I mean, it's very
it's
contextual a lot of times too. Like in
Mhm.
this culture and that culture, like we said before, like in Italy, for example, and in Belgium, the word lesbian has this connotation. I think like there's also differences like that internationally for some words, where in one
Mhm.
country it's like fine or more accepted to say one thing, and in the other it's actually an insult, and etc. So borders exist still, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's like in middle school, whenever someone would call you gay, it was always derogatory. Now, if everyone's like, "I'm gay," you're gay, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm gay." Like, yes, I am.
Observational. Wow.
It- I don't know. It was just like, of course, before it was more used as an insult, like with the other exceptional plethora of words that um cisgendered people would use most
Mm-hmm.
of the time to offend people, and it's just like you get so creative.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you put some of that creativity into accepting other people?
Yeah. Yeah. Put some
Like,
of that energy in like, you know what? I wish they put that some of that energy into like shit like Greenpeace and whatever because the climate's dying.
put that energy into something meaningful. Exactly. Like instead of hate criming people or like going on
Buy
Twitter and
iron,
post all these
straws, or
slurs.
metal. I don't
Exactly.
Save the
like-
turtles.
but not for real. Like, save the turtles. Like, be mindful of how you
Mm.
impact the,
Did you
the world.
The first time I heard the term bisexual,
Hmm.
I genuinely thought it had something to do with polyamory. I was like, I thought it meant you had two partners.
It is often misinterpreted like that most of the time.
I mean, yeah, if you break down the words, that's probably where I got it from. I was like, okay, we got a bicycle with two wheels, so if you're bisexual, you have sex with two people.
Bicycle with two wheels.
Yes, I was like, people are like bicycles. But what's the difference? I can't see it. You have your steering wheel, you have your wheels, you drive around. We're bicycles, man. See, I thought bi was to do with polygamy. It's because you break down the words, you're like, this makes sense to me. And I didn't bother to look it up, or I thought I looked it up. Like, I assumed somehow there was like a false memory of me looking it up, and that was the reason. I'm pretty sure I made it up myself. And then I went around being like, yeah, that probably means that. So if there's anything on the news or anybody saying that, I'd be like, oh, that's adventurous.
There's this like idea. I remember also when I came out to people as bisexual during high school. People thought that I was into multiple people, and at some point I thought like it meant the same. That I actually learned that bisexuality and polyamory are two completely separate things, and I was so ignorant for most of the time. I was just like, oh, well, yes. So I don't know. Like, everyone was just like, "Oh, you're gonna have multiple partners," and I was like, I cannot predict the future. I don't know.
I won't make any promises, but look forward to it.
Exactly. I just know that I have two hands, one for men and one for women. In my specific case, because of course, bisexuality means that you could love like two or more genders.
Mm-hmm.
In that kind of like term, because like it always been like stuck inside the binary terms of things. Everyone's like, oh, just like boys and girls. I'm like, fuck that. It's just like you can love people of different genders, and you're just going to be like, love, just love. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Love.
Love.
Love. You forgot the E.
Love.
Just love. You know, that's like, it's one of those like kind of marginal, like low budget signs you hang up, and you don't have enough money for the E.
You're like those neon signs.
Yes.
You see at the middle of
And it's
the
like
road,
blinking.
yeah, and it's just like love.
Love. It reminds me of the Slavic accent. Love it.
Love.
We are bicycles. We really are.
Wait, I'm a bicycle.
I'm a bicycle. I know what you are. You could be a motorcycle, but
You can hear my bell ringing and just like bling bling.
is that your bell sound? Pling, pling. Mine's the penguin sound. That's me. That's how I come up to people, and then I choke them. Whatever.
Yeah, me too as well. Like, there's a lot of work to find a label that suits you. I remember before I was reading chat.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Sorry.
Can you read out loud which part you're reacting to, so I can like follow?
Of course. For me personally, I find it is a lot of work to have a label on who I have a preference for, so I stick with just vibing. It has come to a point now that like sitting with just one label, of course, like it can give comfort, but at the same time, gender and sexuality are fluid. So one day it may change, and you're gonna be stuck with like an old label, and you're like, this doesn't suit me anymore. So you're completely free to explore and change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember a few years ago, you were also there, that I started like asking people to use female pronouns for me, for example. So I started to use she, her instead of he, him. And then eventually that escalated in also finding comfort in using neutral pronouns, for example. So they, them. So I was like, can you please refer to me as she, they, for example? And that escalated. Like, it's something that you keep exploring. Identity and um, self-identification. It's something that, of course, like at the beginning, it's gonna click, and then it goes downhill from there. Like it's you start this ride and it's never gonna stop. Eventually, someday you're gonna be like, you know what? I actually really liked the she her pronouns. So can I go back to that, please? And that actually happened to me twice in the past. Um, especially in Italian, because in Italian there's no neutral pronouns. There's the third person, which is really inconvenient to use because it's like lei, which is also the female gender pronoun for her, basically. So it's very difficult to differentiate the polite third person pronoun from the neutral connotation of the term, for example. So I started adopting female pronouns as well because I wanted to try that as well, and it suits me in Italian. So I've been using she, her pronouns for, I don't know, what year was it? 2019, so like 4 years, for example, 4 or 5 years. I don't know. And that may change. At some point, I started feeling comfortable as well with masculine pronouns, for example. So I started adopting as well he, him in Italian, and that doesn't bother me. Like it's now we're also adding to our vocabulary the schwa, which is this inverted e symbol for neutral.
Like in Italian? Italian?
Yeah.
Oh.
So instead of like, let's say, let me actually find like a, for example, somebody in Italian, it said qualcuno or qualcuna.
Oh, like quelqu'un. Qualcuno.
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 Or let's put gender on it and qualcuna. So qualcuna is the feminine version. Qualcuno is the masculine version. And my Windows just sent me an ugly pop-up that I'm trying to remove, but it's not going away. Okay, yeah, it has gone away. And in the neutral form, it will become qualcuna.
Oh, qualcuna.
It's much more muted, and there's also the capital letter that are trying to add, which is this. It's like it's more like this rather than like a 3.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to write it properly because a 3 is more like this. This is more like.
It's like an M but 90 degreed.
Exactly. Which is for capital letters. So in this case, it would be like, let me go backwards. Like this, for example, if it was written in capitals.
I see language is changing.
Yeah, language just keeps changing. Of course, there's bigots that are gonna be like, I'm not gonna pronounce that word weird just because you want a third gender, and we're just gonna be like, gender neutrality has always existed, and you cannot do anything about it.
You really can't. It's a really weird thing in the first place if you really think about. Like I had this epiphany a while back, because I don't know, you got to do some soul searching, whatever. At some point, I was like, okay, nothing is real, right? Like technically, everything, words, everything, what we do, that is just humans decided that there's like The only thing we need to do is like poop, sleep, and whatever, right? And all the rest is just not real. We just made that up and are going with it. So from that point of view, if you start from there, you start to question stuff like, for example, the fact that gender should be stable. Like I've assumed that all the time, right? Like, yeah, like, and then if you think like that and you start to really, internalize that, then yes, you're gonna feel a feeling when somebody is saying like, oh, tomorrow I'm this and today I'm that, and you're gonna like make fun of it like that. Oh yeah, well, within an hour you're probably this. But if you really think about it, if nothing is real and all these things are just made up, then yeah, why not? Yeah, sure. In 3 hours, I might be something else. And in 5 hours, another thing. And you can fly with it or not. It's your choice. You can be like, oh, I'm not going to use it, or I'm going to use it. And then I can choose if I want to be around you or not. And that's like the end of the story. It doesn't need to be more complicated.
Yeah, it's like at the end, I'm just going to do me.
Yeah. And you're just going to do you too. Like, you're going to be a bigot. I mean, yeah, right? It's like,
and I'm gonna be a bigot, and you're gonna be a bigot away from me.
yeah, in like another place, not near me. That's just at some point that sort of epiphany comes, and it does calm me down a lot. But then, like in general, there's it gave me a bit of an epiphany, and it actually knowing that helped a lot with like the discomfort you sometimes feel when new things come up. Like, I have to admit, I have felt, like, discomfort as well with, I think, gender fluidity. It was, like, half because I didn't understand it, actually. And I'm not going to say, like, I was against it anyway, but I did feel something. I'd be, like, accepting, like, yeah. But deep inside, there was that feeling that I acknowledged that exists. And now, after having that epiphany, it's, like, completely gone. It's just like, okay.
It is there.
It took, like, a bit to, like, I don't know. But it's also like, you grow up in a society, etc., and all the things that you learn, so it makes sense.
You have to learn so many things.
You have to learn and unlearn things.
Yeah.
Italian sounds hard.
It is.
Muchas gracias. Nice handwriting.
Who, me?
Yes, you have very nice handwriting.
Aw.
You can like read it on first try, unlike mine. I can't.
I used to have like really bad chicken scratch handwriting, so I'm trying my best to make it more legible.
It looks like a genuine font, TBH. Like I would download that shit and put it on my PC for anything.
Download this fucking.
I download your fucking. Give me your hands.
Give me your phone. Let me reach that real quick. The problem thus far with gender identity is that it's super difficult to pinpoint what's the issue really, and it has a risk of misunderstanding for yourself. And misunderstanding can also push away people you're close with because everyone's confused. So don't condone mockery over someone who's confused and finding themselves. Yeah, I mean, the problem is most of the time not how you identify, but how people perceive your identity. Because you might identify, for example, as non-binary. So you go with either pronoun you prefer. So let's say I go with how I said before. I'd go with like personally she, her for me, right? People would either think that and that happened, that I am a person that was assigned male at birth, that like is trying to play a part, like put on a mask or something, or the stereotypical idea of like the quote unquote confused man, or a cross dresser. Some people thought of a cross dresser.
Yeah.
And it was really ugly because it completely came off wrong, because I was like, this is how I identify, and cross-dressing is a whole completely like thing. A whole complete like thing, and you cannot compare gender, like you cannot compare it to. Of course, cross-dressing might bring comfort to someone who identify with another gender and they are trying to find comfort, and I'm totally up for that. Like if you wanna dress, if you're a man and want to dress as a woman, go for it. You're free to break like all the stereotypes about toxic masculinity and everything. because men are allowed to wear skirts just as women are allowed to wear pants, or everyone's allowed to wear whatever the fuck they want, because gender is is a social norm, and gender clothes is bullshit. So if you want to go wear a skirt, go for it. And if you still want to use he/him pronouns while wearing a skirt and you are assigned male at birth, go for it. Who gives a shit? It's the people around us that most of the time break it or make it. Because we either have like understanding people who don't question it too much. They might be confused at the beginning, because that happens a lot, and it's dangerous as well, because in most situations, it always mostly comes from the parents a lot as well, because they don't understand their child and they immediately go, what have I done wrong in parenthood? Like, why did my child got raised like this and stuff like that? I didn't raise my child like this and stuff like this. They don't understand that it doesn't come from them. It's not about them. It's about their child finding their identity as a person, which is the same exact thing that they've done their entire life before coming to adulthood, and eventually like understanding who they are. It's a process that everyone does. It may be different for some. Someone may be questioning their sexuality. Someone may be questioning their gender expression. It's a process that happens. Like, even in people that are as bigoted as some others, they might also be going through some changes in life that, like, they might be also rejecting. For example, there was this one series, you know Glee.
Yeah.
There was this one character, in the cast that was questioning their sexuality a lot, to the point of rejecting it with violence, and it was like there was also harassment.
Oh.
And it got really dark. It got really dark as well. It got really serious, and it was all because of the self-deprecation and the internalized homophobia that this characters had, which eventually led them to a really dark path during the series.
Oof.
And eventually, once they started overcoming it and accepting it with the other members of the cast, he started to be more accepting of himself, and going from the bully to an unhappy gay man, basically. Of course, it's not going to be the case of every bully. Some people are just jerks.
Yeah. I think in some cases too, because it's like, I mean, I think it's also like people not wanting to face certain things, and that's why they don't understand that soul searching part, or searching for yourself, or figuring things out, because they never figured it out, because they just took whatever society gave them or told them to do or be and just went with it, which is easier in a way. Like, easier in the sense, like, you don't have to defend whatever you're behind at the moment, or whatever you choose to identify with. You don't have to explain it to people, because most people probably say that they are in the same league as you are, etc. So in that sense, it's maybe preferable, right?
Yeah.
But because of that, because they just are not, they know there is something, like, I'm pretty sure they know there's something in the corner of their hearts, or whatever you want to call that, right? But they're just choosing not to look at it. And if they're not doing that and do not do the soul searching, they also cannot understand what it's like to be somebody soul searching, because they're wholly avoiding doing that. Like, there are people who build their identity on not looking for themselves. And that, yeah, it can make you very sad. It can make you a bully, I do think so.
It is frustrating. It is very frustrating, and people tend to vent their frustration on other people most of the time. So whenever that happens, it also has to, you have to start taking things with a grain of salt most of the time. Of course, it's gonna be pissed, because like, a bully is a bully, and I'm not gonna sit with bullying. Like, I'm not gonna sit right with bullying. It's never right. Violence is never the answer. And so whenever, like, I see cases of kids being bullied for being themselves, it's always heartbreaking. It's always heartbreaking because most of the time you just see yourself. Like for every kind of diversity that is not part of the conformative society, there's gonna be a kid being bullied. Like for me, it was because I was interested I was interested in other people, for example. It might be another thing for other people, like kids will might identify in another gender or people belonging to other ethnic groups, for example.
Yeah.
So like as violence is never the answer. Acceptance, of course, is never gonna come from the people who don't accept themselves first, because it's always gonna be a struggle to make them understand as well the most maybe important things about like acceptance or like even diversity. People are like, oh, there's too much diversity now. No, it it's okay we have diversity because we never had it growing up.
It's more like diversity's always been there. It's just it's now being expressed and being accepted. And for some reason you can't deal with that, but you got to roll with it because that's what's happening. Like for every person, there's like a unique individual. That is diversity in its like purest sense. You are you, you're Andy, I am me, I'm Anba. Our letters might be similar at the start, but it ends very differently at the end. Yeah, that is diversity at its core. So if you're going to say there is no diversity or there's more diversity than before, it's just like open your third eye.
Yeah, just like look around yourself. People always existed.
Yeah, people are around, man. There's not even, you know what? Or they're going to like bust along when they realize there's not only people there, but also animals and organisms. Plants, fucking plants.
Imagine recognizing men are not the only thing existing on this planet. Fucked up, right?
That's fucked up. Something else than men? What? Nah.
Men are not are not the main species in this world.
They're not. But we did art though. We did math. we look
It's
at the
like-
stars.
It's like when people find out there's also microorganisms living in our body. It's always so fun. They're like, that shit lives in me, and I'm like, heck yeah.
But you're made up of shit. just
Exactly.
saying. You are
Like I
one
have
whole.
a tiny dude hanging inside of me. Thank God I do. Like
God.
life would be so lonely without all my microorganisms in my body. Like thank God they keep me company when I'm alone.
Oh, that is like a very sunny way to look at it. Like even when you were alone, you're made up of like million cells and whatever, and they're all separately living, kind of.
I remember when I was little and I felt alone. I always like put fingers in my ears so that I could hear my bloodstream, so that I could feel less alone because I had like blood pumping in my veins.
Oh my God, baby Andy.
Eventually got creepy, so I stopped doing that.
I mean, there's kind of comforting sounds too, right? For a kid that's like,
Yeah, it's like like white sounds.
Yeah, white noise is what they called, right? Yeah.
Yeah, white noise. Yeah, okay.
Hataraku saibo. Yes.
A white sound is what is a white sound?
It's okay. We know what you mean. Oh,
And it's like, huh?
I was about to say, like, maybe I gotta read chat for a second, see what's happening over there.
Go ahead.
So I saw Ku wrote, like, I agree, I grew up with a lot of identity troubles, and I thought I was weird for liking things that isn't assigned to my gender. Of course, as time went on, I learned to accept myself for being different, even if it made me an outcast. Always comes with age.
It always comes with age and it always comes with loneliness, I feel. Because I relate to, like, what Keith said, because, like, it does make you feel like an outcast. Like, it makes you feel like nobody understands you. Like, granted, you basically, there's no way people will understand you. And eventually, when you meet people who do understand you, it's like a huge aha moment, like kind of a eureka moment. You're like, God, finally it clicks. Finding your own community is something that is so comforting and heartwarming.
It's actually, yeah. I don't know. I like. This is exactly something I was thinking like a while back, like how different the perspective is. Because before, I'm not gonna like go deeply into like whatever it was, but just being like before, what kind of dark hole I was kind of in or felt I was in because of the loneliness, right? Like the worst part about being different or having troubles or whatever isn't the fact that you have troubles, because as time passes, like even if somebody bullies me, if they push me down on the playground or whatever, it happens, and you know what, it's over, right? I go home, it's over. Maybe it doesn't happen anymore the day after, but the worst thing about it isn't that, it's the fact that you're alone with that pain. To come home and then be like for in my case, I will just say like I'm adopted, right? So it's like in my case, when it came because of my looks, I would go home and with my, you know, my Caucasian family, and I would explain to them that this shit happened, and they would be very like, they would be concerned, but in a way blasé, because they like, I could feel they were concerned for my well-being, which I appreciated.
They wouldn't understand.
They wouldn't understand. You could hear from the way they said it, they just didn't understand where it came from. So their answers were based on that a bit. They would be very blasé, like, oh, but that, you know, they would say something like, but it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, etc., right? Which makes sense. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. But it mattered, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, it's like I know that I'm not alone, but I feel alone.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, just feeling alone with those kinds of things. So the moment, like you said, when you have, like, that's why I had, like, a moment I had to, like, recollect my thoughts. Because I really felt that when I was, like, online, right? That's probably why I got, you know, into Japanese culture as well, but also just online communities, you know, gotta be honest, lots of Asians, right? In the anime spaces. I felt like, even though I had never had like an Asian family or whatever, I felt really like, oh, these are my people. They're international. So it's not just because they're Asian, they're international. They have like their ethnicity going on, but also like that kind of, I guess, Western culture. And I felt a connection to that.
Yeah, you felt like you were channeling something like finally made you feel at home
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah, their interests were the same. The way they talked, the things like they were interested in, I don't know, like their levels of tolerance and acceptance, whatever, right? Maybe even whatever, those kinds of things. It's just like, wow. And they really understood when I told them, like, you know, I'm in a Western country and, you know, I love the people around me, but sometimes I feel lonely with this and that. And they'd be like, yeah, me too, because I'm in America or I'm in Canada or wherever the fuck I am, right? And I don't know, I'm Asian or I'm Latino or whatever I'm at the moment, and I kind of feel like that. And I probably also, and it's going to sound kind of weird maybe, why I probably pull also to people with kind of different gender identities or sexualities, because we, I think, kind of understand at least that loneliness.
It's a very feeling. It's a feeling that like we know way too much. So it's something that we can in either way kind of relate. I feel.
Yeah. It's why I feel like sort of the online communities too, where we're at, it kind of pulls people together. I'm not saying trouble people, that's like kind of rude, but people who kind of feel that whatever's in real life, they need something extra. Like, yeah, I love my parents or family, or maybe I don't know, but, you know, it doesn't mean that they're lonely in real life, but it does mean that they have a part of them that feels lonely. And that part might be the one that feels a bit ostracized or feels, you know, different.
Yeah. Hello, Tsukirian.
Hi, Tsukirian. Yeah, same. I'm always like pronouncing it different every time.
Hello, Tsukirian.
Tsukirian. I feel I'm very late. You're like in the middle of like an arc. Like you came in season 3, arc 4.
We've been talking about a lot of things.
A lot of shit. The bad guy has been defeated and reincarnated twice, Tsukirian. This is where we're at. How are you doing?
We're in the middle of our answer arc.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I agree. Once I found out like the Vocaloid community, before it was more a place of, well, nobody listens to the same music that I do, for example. And then eventually it became, hey, there's more people hanging out with the same travels as me. So like, let it be bullying, let it be disability as well, because like, well, not technically disability, but more like how do I explain this? Because I didn't mean to say like disability, but like I had a tumor when I was little, for example, and knowing there are other, like, I could talk with other people about my experience as well, and not being like not judged because like people would bully me for having like that tumor. It was benign. Like of course like it hurt like a bitch because it was pushing all my blood vessels out.
Mm-hmm.
But like knowing that I could openly talk about this with someone and not feel judged, being like, aha, Andy's on crutches, for example.
Mm.
It was liberating because everyone was like um pointing at me because I had crutch because I did walk on crutches and I looked like a fucking giraffe doing it. Because I could not walk for my for the life of me on crutches. But I don't know. It felt comforting. Like other people also that had the same experience of like having being operated and like with recovery and stuff like this. So it's like it was interesting. It was interesting.
Around what time was that you like? Was it like in high school or was it before that or?
Oh, it was in middle school, but eventually the people like I came around with my story when I was in high school and stuff like this, and it gave me a lot of thinking because I was also really fatigued and stuff like this. I never built much stamina
Mm-hmm.
doing sports. Of course, during most of middle school, I was with crutches and stuff like this. So um, I was less than other people doing like sports and stuff like this. My class was very, very supportive. Like everyone was doing either volleyball, they were doing soccer, they were doing running and stuff like this. While I was the one with the ascension that I could not just do sport, not at all, because I didn't have stamina at all completely. So eventually that played out as well into the reason why people will make fun of me in the locker rooms and stuff like this. I was just like, I feel uncomfortable in this school. Yeah, but eventually just like having someone that isn't around you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it like this. A complete stranger online. For as weird as it is, because like kids never give you information to strangers online.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Better don't.
Better don't, because you do find a lot of weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like with people that were my age, that I knew they also were going through hardships. We could give comfort to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a nice experience. That's what I was meaning to say.
Yeah, no, I'm completely accurate with the story. I didn't know for one, and just like I was kind of nodding along. I'm like, yeah, it's that feeling exactly.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say like I didn't mean to put it in a way that like it was like I'm disabled. I'm not disabled. So I was meaning more as in I was on crutches for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and that handicap was really really um how can I say, my brain just like the
It
handicap
left
just
like
had
an impression on you.
yeah, it did. Sometimes when I see my crutches and the storage in the house, I get a chill down my spine because I'm like, what if that tumor comes back and I have to be ridden to walking crutches forever? Or I have to use like a stick. I'd like to use a fancy stick actually, like at some point in life.
If you're gonna work with a stick, then have a fancy one.
Yeah.
Um, I have like if we're talking about this anyway, I have like from India, right? Because before I was up. By the way, I'm fine again, yeah. But I had like I had a polio or something. Polio,
Oh
yeah.
God.
I think it's the same in yeah, but it's fine. Like I was a baby. I was before. I was I don't know 1.5 years old when I got adopted. Before that, that's what happened, and it kind of had like its effects. Like I had to do physical therapy or whatever. But you wouldn't even notice it if you meet me. The only thing you'll see is I have a bit of trouble with the stairs, but for the rest, all fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I can relate with what you said in that sense, like, with sports and all those kinds of things, and kind of being concerned what happens in the future, because I've heard or read somewhere that it could not come back, but it could like worsen at a certain age, like it could like suddenly go down. So even the doctor at some point had a talk with me, being kind of like, maybe when you're older, and I'm not going to say 80, but before that, probably there might be a time that suddenly you gotta need, crutches and all those kinds of things, or not crutches, a stick or a walking stick or those kinds of things. I was kind of like, like I had a period of time I was pretty concerned about it, but at some point I kind of accepted it. I'm like, if it's gonna happen, then I want the coolest stick, and I have figured out I want one with a sword in it.
Oh my god, a sword stick.
Yeah, or like what do you call that? An umbrella. That's practical. For Belgium, it's practical.
Oh, thanks, Guy.
Get daily pats, pat.
I'm gonna draw an orange getting patted
Next to Kaito.
next to Kaito. I used to have the biggest crush on Kaito when I was little. I was just like, yeah, I want to be him when I grow up. Now I want to be Luca.
What? Which one? Now you want to be Luca?
Yeah, now I want to be Luca.
None of the newer Vocaloid things?
I mean, have there been like new Vocaloids recently?
Andy, there are always new Vocaloids. Hold up. Let me get the fucking charts whilst you speak. No, keep going. I'm looking for them.
No. I was waiting for the charts.
No. It's gonna take some time because of my internet, so I'm relying on you to keep.
That's fine. There's this one song that I always try to channel for Luca, which is Megane by Ultra Noob.
Oh.
I'm going like Megane ni utsuru. I always listen to it and I start feeling things. I'm like, yeah, I do want to wear glasses.
I do identify with glasses.
The glasses make me so cute. Yes, I will wear glasses. Also, because I need them because my eyesight.
I was about to say, what about the practical part of it? Before we go into how good you look with glasses, which you do, you really look cute with glasses, but also your eyes. You need to see.
Navigation, introduce Vocaloid 5. Oh well, I do know Mikoto and Hime because I did the video for Celia with Mikoto.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For
Celia knows. But all the rest, what the fuck is Haruno, Sora, Ken, Kaori, Chris? These are just people's names. Chris,
Who are
Amy.
these people? Who's Amy?
Amy is like a genuine person.
I feel Amy is like the one from Sonic, and like there's gonna be a Vocaloid bank based on
Sonic? Oh fuck! Is it the thing that Kura sometimes tweets? The pink fox or whatever.
the pink one.
Yeah, it's like a bat or a fox. I don't know.
No, it's the fox. I think it's Blaze. The pink one is also a hedgehog, and she has a skirt and a huge hammer.
I am confusing three characters, I think. Wait, sorry. The fox is Tails, I think. That's like Kura's favorite.
Okay, yeah.
That's Tails.
Is fox,
yeah, because of the tail. So that's fox. And then the bat is
Rouge.
Rouge?
Rouge.
Okay. And then Amy. Okay.
then...
Okay. I separated them in my mind. They've become like their own person again. Shit.
So their Vocaloid 4. Vocaloid 4 has a lot of Chinese Vocaloids.
Yeah, I guess there was like a little something going on. Xinhua. Ye Zhengling.
There's also Cyber Songman.
Me. If I could make a new YouTube channel with a new name, my name should be Cyber Songman.
Oh my god.
What does he look like? Where is he?
There's this one Vocaloid core called Arsloid. And all could I think was like the word ars as butt.
Yeah, Ars.
So it was like Arsloid. This is just like fart sounds.
These... Some of these I'm just like, people wouldn't even make Utao of these. The hell is going on? Yohayo Lloyd, I know.
Yeah.
I kind of still follow Yohayo's channel. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Every time I go on it, I feel I'm back like beginning of 2000s when VK was a thing.
What is he up to?
VK. Just VK. That's Ohio.
Just
Ohio.
VK.
Yeah, Ohio is just VK, and I love it. He like completely the spirit is there. It's just yami no naka. I'm just like in the darkness. That's where I belong.
There's the most underrated vocalists, you, Will, and Kyo, that like they are the perfect trio. The whole Zola project that kind of like got forgot in darkness as well, which is sad.
Zola project. I remember that.
Yeah, because I remember it struck my mind because the illustrator for Zola project was Yoshitaka Amano,
Oh.
and the artwork is so cool. It's straight up a fan fantasy.
Oh wait, I'm seeing it now. Oh, this is the official art.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, Yoshitaka Amano did the art for the Zola project, and it's so cool, so damn cool.
Wait, hold on. This gives me like Final Fantasy older artwork vibes.
Yeah.
What did they do? Hold on. What did they
Saying?
No, I mean, I'm trying to look what kind of shit that they illustrate.
Who, Yoshitaka Amano?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
he's the official Final Fantasy illustrator.
Oh. It like reminds me of that. Wow. Good approximation. Oh my god, Andy.
My Discord just like fucked off the moment that I said.
Your Discord was like, get off your high horse, girl.
My internet and my Discord, they were both like, nah, girl.
This has to stop.
this
You-
is not good luck, girl.
You just got an intervention by your internet. Bruh, Anba, nice guess. Thank you. I have eyes, but not brain cells apparently.
Then there's this one vocaloid called Cute.
Just cute?
Cute.
Cute?
C-U-L.
Oh! God, I've always pronounced, in my brain, I've always pronounced it just like Köl. I don't know, man.
I don't know, I just call it cute because like it does remind me of the word ass in French.
Literally every vocaloid name up till now reminded me of the word arse. This sounds like a you problem and not the people.
This is a me problem actually. I do need an intervention over this. And
Yeah.
there's like, oh my god, remember See You?
I love CU. I don't remember her. She's actively in my brain cells. I listened to Aya's Fantasy like the other day.
It's such a cool vocaloid
She's so
until
pretty.
you find out that the voice provider got arrested for tax fraud. Wait, was it tax fraud or something else? I don't remember. Hold on, let me actually look up at it because I don't want to say bullshit.
What
The voice provider got arrested, if I remember.
It's so random.
The voice provider. Oh my god, who was she?
If-
Daiki.
If it's just tax evasion, TBH, I don't care. I think that's kind of badass. It's stupid.
Oh no, blackmailing.
Oh shit, that's not that great. Wait, who did she blackmail? For what reason? That is important.
After being identified as one of the two women who were blackmailing Lee Byung-hun, alongside model Lee Ji-yeon. Ji-yeon, I think it's pronounced.
She was blackmailing celebrities?
Yeah.
Like Idol?
Yeah, she was also an idol herself. Like she was a singer and an actress. She still is apparently. Like she's still active in the scene.
Oh.
And she got a 1-year sentence and then a 2-year sentence in prison. And now she has a career as a BJ, which I don't know what that means.
What is that?
On the video streaming service called Africa TV.
Africa TV?
Yeah.
Like is an African African?
AFREECA. It's called Africa TV.
Africa.
Africa, probably.
This is like a backstory, like Okay.
And this is CU.
No. That's CU's voice provider. CU is
Yeah.
separate matter. I love CU. The voice provider, I have nothing to say about her.
Like, if it was sex fraud, I would be like, yeah, fuck that shit. Like, go, girl.
Yeah. I'd
Fuck
be
the
like,
thing to-
evade it.
blackmailing?
Yeah, but even for blackmailing, and this is gonna make me like, this is where my moral ambitious side comes out. Depends what the context is. If she was like blackmailing somebody for whatever, like if it's up until chaotic good, I'm good.
Like, if that person was legit nasty, of course,
Yeah.
blackmailing is never good. But that person was legit nasty. I can understand.
But if you see it from this point of view, right? Like, you know how we like put people in prison, like we lock them up and shit.
Yeah.
Like locking people up is not good. Like if I were like just put a lock on your room and like no windows, no shit, no internet, nothing, that would be terrible. But we still do it to like criminals, and then it's like, you know, morally fine. Nobody has a problem with it if it's a criminal kind of stuff, right? That's the context. That's the ambiguity in like the things you do. So blackmail, terrible thing. But who knows? Maybe the person also blackmailed, or maybe they needed to use blackmail to get out of a sticky situation. We will never know.
Of course, we don't know the exact details of the situation, so we don't condone it.
We do not condone it. Don't blackmail.
Do not condone it. Don't blackmail. Because there must be a good reason for why she was sent to 2 years in prison.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
There must be a good reason for why she was sent in prison.
I forgot about the part where she went to prison for 2 years.
Oh my god. Let's see what other vocaloids are there. Hold on a second. Let me fill this document. Okay. Let me see. Where did the list go? Oh yeah, there was also Galako, which lasted nothing because like they were like, we're gonna give codes to 3 people and that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, she was limited.
what is the point of that?
I mean, it doesn't help for the continuity of the character.
No, I would say like if they did as a promotion and be like the first year, only these people are able to use it or something, right? Then it makes sense. But if they're just like, nah, only these 3 people can have it, nobody else. It's like, what? And then just make a Vocaloid and give it to your friends and not sell it. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. I don't know. It was odd. It was odd with Gakko.
Somebody's like, Black Blood Cells, like, holy, I search a Freaky TV and it's full of sexy girls.
Oh my god.
Well, I thought something like that, TBH. And I think that one thing that you said, like PBJ or whatever, that's probably also something, you know, like...
Peanut butter and jelly.
I didn't remember the abbreviation, okay? I thought if I said it quickly, nobody would comment.
Just BJ, just BJ.
I was like, I'm going to say it really quickly, and I hope nobody notices that I just peanut butter and jelly. Because I don't know. Anyway, that. Ignore the placeholder.
Nah, it's gonna be peanut butter and jelly from
Here we have a legit question. Andy, do you like gaming?
Yes, I do.
What do you like to game, Andy?
I like to game in Final Fantasy XIV, the acclaimed MMORPG with a free trial where you can reach up to level 60. There's an entire copy pasta.
The bitch is doing like a complete CM here. I don't understand this meme. What is this?
Have you ever played the acclaimed... Hold on, I need to find the copy pasta.
I have played nothing that was acclaimed.
No. Okay. There's the copy pasta. There's the copy pasta. Hold on. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Okay. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial which you can play through the entirety of the Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to level 60 for free with no restrictions playtime? This is a copy pasta that goes everywhere with everything. Everyone's like, yeah, sex is cool, but have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? It's
like a placeholder if you're just like done communicating for the day. It's just like, It's like that message automatically pops up to people.
Yes, exactly.
I wish that
And
would happen in real life, though. I wish you could do that. That you could just be like, I'm done talking today. Like, I still need to like be outside and do shit, but I'm done just having conversations and placing my, asserting my identity and whatever, my opinions and
yeah,
shit. So just take this copy pasta and read it for yourself and entertain yourself for the
yeah,
10 minutes we could have talked.
exactly. They'll be like, Amba, what did you have for lunch? Lunch is all cool and all, but like, have you ever played in the critically acclaimed Final
Yes.
But yeah, and also I really like Shin Megami Tensei series.
Ooh.
Yeah. Also there's plenty of cool trailers on the Atlas channel where they are presenting the demons in sequence that they're adding to the series. And it's so cool to see them like in full blown HD because the last Shin Megami Tensei 3D game that came out, they look like a cylinder and a square put up together
Mm.
in polygons and stuff. Of course, like they always manage to feature the artistic quality of the artist, which the name I don't remember right now.
But look what we have in front of us, the holy land of the internet. What are we looking for?
The artist for the Shin Megami Tensei concept artist.
Let's go. Let's go to Kazuma Kaneko.
That's the guy,
There we go.
Kazuma Kaneko.
Thank you, internet.
They're really good at implementing Kazuma Kaneko's design into because Kazuma Kaneko's designs are really like cylinder-ish, if it makes sense. They always have like this statuary structure to the drawing, which was always really well translated into the 3D compartment.
Mm.
And Shin Megami Tensei is always a game that in the graphic compartment is gonna do fantastic, especially art-wise, because the concept art for some of the ambience is probably one of the best concept arts that like ideas and everything that I've always seen like in video games. Like there's not a single dungeon that looks bad in that game or in those game series and stuff like this.
Super
And
detailed.
it's so good. It's just so good. They don't leave out a single detail. The dungeons might be frustrating because there's like this one game Nocturne, which is the third chapter of the saga of Shin Megami Tensei, like chronologically, because there are like a fuck ton of like titles under the Shin Megami Tensei umbrella. Because like the Persona series started from Shin Megami Tensei
Yeah.
If, for example, which is a alternative timeline of the first Shin Megami Tensei, if I remember correctly. Of course, like if everyone knows better than me, it's free to tell me off.
Everybody just opens Wikipedia. That's what happens.
It's a very fairly like old game and everything. And there's also like Persona 5 now took a completely different turn from the Shin Megami Tensei. It even dropped off the title. Like there's no Shin Megami Tensei Persona anymore.
It's just Persona.
Yeah,
it became its own thing. I was looking for the Persona games when I was like whatever wee little child. I was looking for the Persona games because I saw like stuff about it, and then ended up buying Shin Megami Tensei. I think the second one. It's like the one where there's like the wasteland with the sun like destroying everything. Whatever, you gotta go below ground.
You have to go to find Shibalba with Maya and.
What's the second one?
Innocent Sin.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm gonna look for it because I'm like.
There's actually two Persona 2s. There's Innocent Sin and the other one, which I never remember the name about.
Another God Rejector, something along those lines.
Okay, sorry, you asked what class do I main? I main Summoner in Final Fantasy 13, by the way.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, it's a meme from the Shin Megami Tensei series, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
There's the Shin Megami Tensei for Nocturne, the game that I was talking about before. there's actually a feature with Devil May Cry where Dante is canonically a character in that game.
How?
He was sent on a mission there, basically.
They just make
And
shit up now.
yeah, because like the thing is, he's the last human alive, basically, to some extent, because of course there's still some humans alive. Because like in Nocturne, the world is completely destroyed, and demons have completely like lived the lands. The only extent of humanity that are left are these people who are like called mannequins
Uh-huh.
in that game, and also the other three supporting characters who are people. They are humans, but at the same time, there's a gimmick behind them as well. So it's not easy to call them humans. Um, and the thing is, it always made everyone laugh because it's like play Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne with Dante from My Cry, who just was there for cool points and like tell you to fuck off while fighting him, and then he eventually becomes a member of the party.
Oh.
So you also fight playing with him. And the other thing is that like in the Japanese version, you actually don't play with Dante. You have another character from the Shin Megami Tensei series called Raido Kuzunoha, who is an investigator who also has its own spin-offs in the Shin Megami Tensei. He's actually one of the most acclaimed characters in the entire franchise.
So much acclamations.
Yeah, it's like because also the design is very striking. It this policeman with this like hat and how do you get a cape, who has a sword and a gun, and
Okay.
it's literally the simplest design that you could ever come up with, because like his clothes are all black as well, but he's the most baddest character. He literally fight Abaddon, who is supposed to be this like beast and everything and stuff like this, and then it defeats him like nothing at the end of the game. And I'm just like, okay, wow, King, go off.
Go off, gang.
It's just like, I don't know. Shin Megami Tensei always makes you question like the entirety of the universe and the world, and like this the philosophical existential shit and everything.
I love that in a game.
But the demons are cool.
Demons are cool.
You get to fight with demons. Some are sexy, some are not.
I like.
On the point of view.
I was about to say. I know some people. That's all I got. I know some people.
There's this one demon that I'm not gonna talk about. That.
Yes. Yes. Keep going.
Let's say it's the most recognizable demon from this series, and it's just like a nasty design. I'm not actually. I don't. It's a like. It's a chariot. It's a chariot. Their name starts with an M. Okay, but just Google Mara Shin Megami Tensei.
He gave up. Oh. Okay.
And the thing with this demon, in Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, there's an entire side quest.
Andy, that's a dick on wheels. Andy, that's just a. That's a quite detailed dick with a mouth on wheels.
You didn't have to say it like that.
I'm looking at it, and I'm just. It has veins. Oh my god, it's got fucking. It has the skin. It has. Oh my god.
Oh, sweet Christ.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I need cleansing. My soul needs cleansing. Oh.
Oh my god.
Mara is beautiful, damn it.
It's just a dick on wheels.
This is what I mean. I know people. There is people. Oh my god. And they okayed that. Isn't that like a children's game?
Well, there are children games in the Shin Megami Tensei universe,
Yeah.
if I recall.
The fact that they exist alone is a problem, that it's like connected at all in name or in lore with Mara, the dick demon on wheels. Does it just wheel in? Like how is it animated? I'm kind of curious. I'm scared, but I'm curious.
You don't want to know.
It just wheels in. It just like kind of rolls into the party.
I don't want to know. I'm scared. Mom?
No.
Mom, come pick me up, please. A weird banana is talking about a dick and wheels.
No, Anba, it's a game for the male gaze. Yeah. I guess. Children. The children.
The children.
You gotta watch out for the children.
Yeah, there's this one quest in Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse where this guy is possessed by the demon Mara, right? And basically, it gives him the definition of what like having big dick means in a way of super feeling confident.
Oh.
So he's like giving confidence to everyone like he finds around, and everyone's like, "Yeah, you're a guru. You're so strong. You're so good. You're so godly," and stuff like this. And everyone's just rooting for this guy. Then we come around and ruin the day, and like literally, the whole sense of this side quest is just like, why the fuck can't you keep your own hands for yourself, like protagonist? Because like this guy was just like hanging out and everyone was super happy, and then like you're like, no, you're just like a dick on wheels, and the demon was like, excuse you, and then we fight.
Wow.
And then we defeat it, and then the guy has no confidence, and everyone around him starts hating him, and I felt bad for that guy, and I was like, why did we do this? Why was this a spy quest?
Yeah. There's just a lot wrong with that side quest. I feel there was like a particular intern who was like responsible. There was like a specific individual responsible for that entire script and for Mara design. I feel that. That was not a team. That was not a team that decided over this. There was one person who got way too much power and went with it.
In Persona 3, if you equip Mara and the main Persona slot the NPC, I can't imagine that happening. To be honest, if I lived in that, he said in the chat, if in Persona 3, if you equip Mara in the main Persona slot, the NPCs will comment on it. If I were a character in the Persona 3 universe, more specifically, someone who would go into Tartarus with the main protagonist, I would probably be like, questionable.
Is that your choice? I mean,
you do you. If it has good stats,
that's what you would say, and I will be next to you, just like pulling your sleeve, like Annie, that's a dick on wheels.
You're gonna be like mid-fight, everyone's dead, and you're just like, maybe if protagonist didn't put a dick on wheels.
Yeah. We could have won if you were not literally a penis on wheelios there.
If the dick had Yara, maybe he could heal us.
But does it have that? No.
No, it doesn't have. I remember Mara has a good strength counter, if I remember. Really, literally, it reflects physical damage, if I remember. I'm not entirely sure.
This is so wrong. I just don't want it. Strong, independent dongers. We all are strong, independent. I don't know about the latter part, but we are strong and independent, and that's all I want to read. The confusion of playing a game and suddenly hearing, that's a duck on wheels, Andy. It happens. It happened.
A weak persona? Was it a weak persona? I always thought it was like Endgame.
For a massive Frankfurter, it's awfully underwhelming. And this is why I say we don't have to eat meat, ladies and gentlemen. We can also take in alternatives from time to time. That's my agenda.
You could eat this banana for $9.99 and get a dakimakura.
I was really surprised. Like, where are you going to that one?
Just look at my screen.
I love it though. I love how you even thought of like giving it a little peel in the back so that because it's laying down.
I'm just gonna hold on.
There's like fucking texture on this banana. Can you see like the shading there? This is what you get when you get like a person who is capable and they're just drawing shit for you and it's like this.
Hold on a second. You know when like in memes you see the very transparent presence of the...
Yeah, in the background. Like, or it's like basically like 80s song video aesthetics. Yeah, it's projecting something. There's energy, I like it. This is confidence. No need for Mara. Get your vitamins in. Vitamin C. The case. Get in your potassium. There's protein in this stuff as well. Makes you feel happy. Buy it. Somewhere. What's their price?
How
much do dakimakuras cost actually?
A lot, I think.
Like 5?
$5,000?
Grand?
Probably. No, I mean grand is like 5 as in like 500.
Oh, I was like, why are you bringing your grandma in this conversation?
$5,000.
Like, just 5 grandmas.
Just for the modest price of $5,000, you get your own Anba dakimakura.
Oh, what happened to those grandmas? They'll be put in the factory to make more dakimakuras.
Oh no.
Keeping them busy. You don't need to put them in retirement homes. They come work in my factory.
Oh my god, sweet Christ.
It solves like the graying of the population, or what do they call it again? Yeah, I'm just being good for society. I don't see the problem. Anyway.
We're taking away the threat of grandmas.
We're taking...
We're doing a favor.
Of grandmas specifically. Not the grandpas, only the grandmas.
Yes.
There's something with grandmas that's just threatening.
What were you saying, by the way?
I was reading. Alternatives, you saying I need a substitute with an actual Bruggenwurst. Anba, no, I don't know what a Bruggenwurst is. Oh, now I know.
What is a Bruggenwurst?
I don't know, but Q under it is literally like, I don't want to eat dick. Just like, okay. No, I meant like fucking plant-based shit, Coop. Don't make this... I'm not that kind of girl. You're making me... Andy, everybody, you're making me that kind of girl on the stream, but I'm not. This is like editing. This is live editing. This is like being put in a situation.
What have I done? Which situation have I put ever you in? Like, let's talk about it. First of all. Second of all, I want to apologize. I've been saying Key this entire stream, and your name is cool. I'm so sorry.
I mean, it says 71 soul in the thing, so... I hate
to break it to you, but I wouldn't have understood that.
No. I meant to say, like, it says 71 souls, so it makes sense that you... Like, because you're just hearing from me, right? And I probably said, like, Ku or Key or whatever I said.
Oh, okay.
See, this is what I mean. You're placing me in the situation again. This is what I mean.
I thought there was like some underlying
This
meaning
is like
to,
editing. This is like fucking reality shows. This is like people taking in these moments and then making you a person, and I'm not that person.
This is what I'm gonna do to you in 5 seconds.
Not that person.
The grip of death. It's just gonna be like, this is gonna be the banana, actually. No, okay, this is not gonna be
you're doing the same thing that CU's voice actor thing was doing. You're blackmailing, you're threatening, which is the same thing. I don't know.
I'm not blackmailing you. I'm just being.
You're threatening me with death. That's kind of bad too.
I'm being honest.
This is what I mean. My parents are fighting. I hope not for real.
Oh God. I hope you're okay.
Normally 100 to 200 depending on how official it is. For Dakimakura. Well, this is super official. 5 grammas or 500 euros, no less. Divorce when? Oh my god. 2 years jail time. Oh yeah, now we know, by the way, because of what you looked up, that there's 2 years jail time attached to blackmail. So now you know for how long you'll be staying. I hope you'll enjoy it.
I hope jail is nice.
I hope jail's nice to you.
Have fun, King.
Have fun. Go off in jail, King. Is that a croc and a frisky banana? Hi, Lucas.
Where?
I think you've been going over your screen. Yeah, and they've just seen shit, I think. Anyway, Stan Andy. They put me in a situation and they make me like look certain ways, but as an artist, they're acclaimed.
A situation.
You get a situation. This fucking thing. I don't know. Excuse you, like you're talking about me. I'm like sitting right here. We're at the same fucking table holding this conversation.
With this fucking thing, I meant the Dakimakura, not
Okay,
you.
okay. I thought you were talking about me.
No, I'd never.
TBH, in my mind, I was like accurate, but I think I'm offended.
No, I'd never treat you badly, Anba. You know that.
You fought me over some orange thing and you held it to me for like a month or two. I remember that. I remember you going like, oh, why don't you peel it with a knife?
Orange peeling is the hill that I will die on. Like, literally, we filmed the tutorial once. Me peeling an orange for Anba and another friend of ours. You still have that. I still have that.
I still do have it. I saved it on Google Drive. I don't know why. It was literally, I said to it was about peeling oranges, and Andy, like in between a conversation, was saying something like, I don't know, peeling your orange with a knife, and I just went ham on him like, Andy, that's bullshit. Like to the point. They got so upset. I didn't know upset, but they were just like, I'm up, no, and then turned on the camera and started doing this entire tutorial from start to finish. Like you could see the hands taking the orange, and, like the knife. You want to do this and you want to do that, and I sat there for the entire while together with Carmen, I think.
Yeah, it was with Carmen.
Carmen was for some reason there, and she didn't ask for any of this.
Carmen was sitting there like, this is happening.
Yeah.
And she was enjoying every single moment of me peeling that orange and like us arguing about it.
Yeah, me yelling at Andy over it.
You were screaming at me like, why are you stabbing?
I was trying to block out the sound of you peeling your orange with a knife. Fuck this shit.
Peeling an orange with a knife is the only way that I will die. Like the tangerines, you can peel them with your hands. That's fine. The skin comes off easy and stuff like this. With oranges, I would rather chop off my fingers because if the juice gets on my how do you
skin?
When yeah, but the skin with the peels on your nails.
Skin with the peels.
No, you know when you peel like your skin around your nail.
You peel your skin around your nail?
No, it's Anba.
No, I'm listening. I'm so confused. What are you talking about? Hi, Charlie N.
Oh, that's my friend Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Ooh. I don't know what satsumas are.
They're like potatoes, like satsuma imo. You mean that one?
I hope that's what he meant.
If not, then we're both just like sitting here being uncultured and stupid, but that's fine. Whatever.
There's
Two
also-
brain cells don't make one.
There's also the high probability that he's high, so
Oh, welcome. I think this is the best place to be when you're high. They're a type of orange. Well, riddle me stupid.
Oh, yeah, okay. Call me uncultured.
Don't call me uncultured, though.
You actually... No, Charlie does call me uncultured every day. But I had no idea that Satsumas are...
It's probably because you
oranges.
peel oranges with a knife.
I will not take this longer any longer. I will just like... Anba, this is a jewel.
Oh no. I will lose. I'm gonna threaten you right now. I will lose, and I will lose hard.
Don't be mean to Anba, Charlie, please.
Uncultured swines. Stan Andy, and you'll get the critically acclaimed Banana and Croc art with a free commission up to however long a quick sketch is. Oh wow.
That's actually a package.
That sounds like a deal, right? But have you ever peeled an orange with a knife? I don't remember. I don't know, but I'm not going to admit it right now because then Andy has a field day and I don't want that for now.
I am literally like gluing my eye on the screen as you say that.
Keep gluing, King. It's not going to happen today.
I search orange peel and it is knife. Stunning. Effervescent, if I have to say so myself. I'm not gonna comment on that. That's just no. You know what had happened? It happens because they probably searched for it before. Because the internet is not objective anymore. It's all about the things you searched before. Open your YouTube page. What do you get? You get recommendations. What kind of recommendations? Probably Vocaloid. Probably iffy shit because you looked that up before, didn't you little rascal? Well, that is what the internet is these days, even Google. So if you've never, ever peeled anything with a knife before, you're not going to get the results. If you've never peeled.
If you have never peeled... What did I say? With a knife? Fuck, that's weird. Orange. I forgot the word orange. Anyway.
If you ever peeled a knife.
Shut up. I forgot a few words, but you know what I mean?
No.
You don't? Okay. Just work with me. Work with me.
The winner will be based of visuals, the mess and the speed. True. I actually make a killer candle with orange peels.
Oh, that one was cool.
You know how to make a candle with orange
peels? I don't, Andy Sensei. Can you teach us? What?
I'm glad you asked, because I'm not going to teach you.
What? Why not?
Also, I think the audio is a bit delayed.
On the stream?
No, on our end.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, because I hear you a few seconds after.
Or maybe that's how long it takes to process my amazing words. It's only like a second, I feel. Like I was waiting for you all to hear how long. It's okay.
Yeah, it's... Oh, actually, I'm gonna teach you how to make the candle.
Yay!
Okay. So,
Woo!
What happens is that you can do it with tangerine. So you take the tangerine, right?
Wait.
This is the shape
teacher.
of the tangerine.
老师, is it a tangerine or an orange we use, or is any sort of citrus okay?
Depends on the type of the peel of the citrus, because some citruses actually, like, the pulp sticks more to the skin. Rather, like, with tangerines, the skin has a bit of hair at the top and at the bottom.
Ew. Okay. I'm kind of grossed out, but okay.
This looks like a butt.
Remember when we said that that's like a you problem when you see everything's a butt?
No, like if you add legs. like this. It looks like someone's squatting.
It looks like a balloon to me. Like a
Does
balloon
it?
that got like pushed from the top and the bottom, you know? Like a tutorial, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
WikiHow.
A WikiHow tutorial.
WikiHow artist special.
I should draw us as WikiHow tutorial picture. But yeah, you take the tangerine, you circle it around with a knife,
Yeah,
like this.
it has to be
And-
with a knife.
It has to be with a knife.
Okay.
It's the view of toilet cats. It does look like the the view like the toilet cats just like,
POV, you're a toilet. You're a toilet and your owner just ate chili con carne.
No.
Goodbye, bitch. Now it looks like a hamburger that's open.
It does. Hamburger.
Hamburger.
It's gonna have the sesame seed. But no, like you remove the top of the peel from the bottom, and what you do is you cut open the top like this. It has to be emptied out from the pulp of the tangerine. So you eat the tangerine, and in here I'm gonna do a cut here like this. Right, you put some cotton, like the cotton that you used like before nail polish, to remove nail polish, basically. You just wrinkle it up here. You put some oil on top of it. You merge it with oil. This bitch has to be wet. And you light it up with your long ass Italian, without any sort of gas lighter that you also use for your stove, that has no gas in it, so it's ready to explode. And tack, you light it up, and
Oh, these guys, gotcha.
yeah, and the flame is gonna be here,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like this, because the oil is burning
Mm-hmm.
like this, and the light is gonna come up from the top.
Hmm.
And it's so cute, and it smells like oranges. And the flame, I think the flame, it's blue.
Yeah.
Because of the oil. And yeah, this is the tangerine lamp.
That's how you got me the first time to explain when you would explain it. It was like blue flames. That's a thing.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I actually make a tangerine lamp on video call that one time?
I think you also did that.
Ooh.
Because you were like showing. It was like, what do you mean blue flame? That's impossible. And every time I say things is impossible, you're like, I'm going to show you.
I'm gonna show you. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like, you don't try me, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna school you.
Hey, in this case, it worked out. I was glad to see it.
I'm glad there were no hazards in that as well. Like,
Yeah, things could have gone wrong, but they didn't.
I'm glad they didn't. 'Cause
YouTube
my
needs
mom-
to recommend Anba. Yeah, let's see how that's gonna work out for me. Oh.
Oh my god, let me actually check what I have recommended on YouTube.
I hope it's me. It's just me, like in the Dakimakura form, just laying on your main page, like, hi.
Recommended for you. Sexy banana winks at you. PLV, you are an AnbaLen stan. An AnbaLen approaches
And you are looking for a
ASMR.
situation.
POV, you are in a situation. You are the situation.
You are the situation. Meet the banana. And then you get like. And it's just me being like, hi. How are you? I'm Anba. You're looking good today. Me? I'm looking good to thank you. It's just that. It's just that for like 3 hours.
Exactly. Okay. Recommended on YouTube. They made a tornado inside their house. How do you make a tornado inside your house?
No, don't click it. That's what they want you to do. It's probably some stupid shit.
Then I have memes compilation number 1, unusual memes compilation.
But the worst thing about that is not even original content. It's just memes. It already exists. Copy pasted everywhere. No new content. Don't click it. I don't like it. Let's keep going. We're gonna judge. We're gonna filter from your main page. Let me help you.
Recommended for me. Why am I anxious?
Don't click that one. You don't want to know the answer. Don't click it. Next.
Next one. Writing wife, life good.
Can you repeat that?
Writing wife, life good.
Next.
I built myself in Minecraft.
Next.
Let's see.
It's cute, but it doesn't really pull my attention. I don't play Minecraft.
Yeah. Let's see. What's next? What's next? This is all Volcoid. Then I just need YouTube to give me funny recommendation like it's usual.
Just the normal things. Just the normal things. We need to filter for you. The Vocaloid ones, I would all click. Those are fine. Those are clickable.
Hold on a second. My parents are coming home, so if you hear noises in the background, it's probably because of them.
Yeah.
So, 100 days of One Punch Man workout transformation results, and then the picture is the guy, and then Saitama next to him, day 100. So you're gonna turn into Saitama.
Is it actually a tutorial thing for us, or is just this guy being like, I worked out, and we just have to be like,
Yeah.
well done.
Our Big Bear family, and the thumbnail is
Is it actual
couple.
bears?
Yeah, a couple hugging this huge bear. It's actually really. I'm gonna link it to you. It's actually really cute.
Okay.
Where's this court? In here.
Is the guy bald? Ah, the guy training.
The guy.
The one from the
training-
exercise video. Was the guy
Oh
bald?
yeah. Oh yeah, he's balding.
Oh, he's also bald. Balding. He's on his way.
Yeah, he's on his way to lose his hair.
He's on his way for One Punch Man.
What else could I draw? Let's see.
Look at this full page. So much already.
I'm actually gonna show you what a total page for me looks like.
I want to see.
Let me...
Damn, it's working, yeah.
What is working?
Well, I guess the training is working if you're balding, and I guess you're becoming One Punch Man. So
Yeah.
if you have these kind of ambitions, Andy, you know which video to click.
I don't want to be bald.
You want to be bald, but you'd also be strong.
I want to be strong, but I don't want to be bald.
So
Okay.
one or the other. If you're bald, you can still always get wigs, though.
True. Okay, this is what
Ooh.
an actual sketch page would look like for me.
Of course, there's suns.
Sans lives in every page that I have. Then there's Kara saying, Je ne sais pas une fuck.
Je ne sais pas un fuck. What is it saying above that? Fuck around and find out, bitch. Jesus, energy.
And here's my friend T sleeping in a cup.
Aww.
And then I have this really pretty Kara saying, fuck.
Fuck!
As real gas. And Toriel having an existential crisis gonna write it.
Oh, my
And then
child.
there's,
Oh, this is
Unseen
so cool.
being cool.
Yo.
Thank you.
These are some lines.
Then I have this other. I have
Quack,
this
quack.
other page with some.
No! No, TBC.
Looked at the chocobo and it was like, no, I'm not gonna feed you a fucking chicken to the stream.
No, no, I want to see.
I'm here. There it is.
There. I wanna ride my chocobo all day. Ba-ra-ba-ra-ba-ba. So cute. Oh,
And
it's so
then
cute.
here's my
So
friend's
friendly.
Alpha.
Ah, the left
Here's me
one.
insulting Charlie.
Is that the Charlie
With
that's
this
like
one?
in the stream?
Oh no. Okay, no, this is not Charlie's character. This is a character from my friend, from my Italian friend.
Ah, no,
Um,
I meant to say the person you're insulting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay,
This
whatever.
is named
I just want to
Charlie.
say that all the opinions and all the words and all the letters and stuff that come out of the mouth of Andy are not necessarily my opinions. Just in before Charlie comes over to murder me. I've seen the character, the little one, the elf one thing from Final Fantasy, I think, but it's yours.
This one.
Was
Yeah,
it like an
he's my
Instagram or
left
on Twitter that you posted it?
I think Twitter.
Yeah.
I did have a actual painted portrait of him. I'm gonna try and pull up. Hold on.
Yeah, you had two. I remember this one I know,
He
but it's
is-
not the one I have in mind right now.
Hold on. Let me actually take my Instagram real quick so that I can screenshot it because I don't know how to export a screen like an image from Instagram.
I thought it was Caro. Looks really nice. It looks really nice.
Thank you. This is the portrait of him that I made.
Yeah. I've seen this one. There's another one. There's one more, I think. Is it like facing the other
One more.
direction? Is that possible? Or am I confusing it?
Oh, I think you're thinking of something else. Hold on a second. I just need to.
This one like feels hot even, just because of the colors. It's like, and the soft
To be honest,
edges.
It's based around a screenshot that I took of him during a trial called in Bowel of Embers, which is. One second, I need to tell my parents to not make too much noise because I'm on live stream. Hold on a second.
Do your thing. Every time people say like the word trial, I think of the thing that I Am Daisy comic from Persona where they're like, Trial of the Dragon. Like literally in that voice. A video titled God Please Not Italy or Austria popped up for me. Intrigued. Yeah, I'm intrigued too actually. What did the Italians and the Austrians do? Aside from having ski resorts, I guess. God, please save the queen. I don't know what Caro is, by the way.
I'm sorry.
No problemo. Anba, you can't be shaming the tangerine for its hair. That's rude. That's like an older comment, but I just wanted to say I wasn't shaming it. I'm just expressing myself.
What are you on about?
Oh, it was one of the comments of Lucas. And I also did an impression of Persona, Hi, I'm Daisy's Persona 4 meme. The one where she goes, Trial of the Dragon.
Oh yeah. Steak? And then no, nothing. Silence, complete silence.
Oh, sorry. I just zoned out really hard. What just happened?
Oh, I was quoting something else from him, Daisy.
Oh, what?
Because you remember steak?
Oh, yeah. Steak.
No, they were like, "What's a word with F?" Like, what starts with an
Steak.
F? And she is like, "Steak." Yeah.
Hi, I'm
trial of the
Daisy.
dragon.
Oh. I'm gonna look up which one that was. I want to see the face that goes with it. If I just look up steak.
Yeah, you should find it. It's also it also happened in the actual game that they put it as a cameo. That like there's Marie in the golden version. They were like, oh, what's a really popular food here in Inaba? You was like steak, and she was like steak. So they actually put it in the game, and it's pretty cool.
I found it. Steak. I have in my head when you say steak, I just think of the moment when I go like steak, 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 steak.
Or like when they go to Judas and there's G in the background with like steak.
Steak.
Oh, I miss those comics.
They were so good. They have like the full-on animated, voiced versions on YouTube now.
Yeah.
It's a treat.
You know what? What I love that came full circle is that the artist that went as him Daisy, GGDG, I think that's their name, worked in Undertale as well. I actually have one of their posters in my living room.
Oh wait, what? They did?
Yeah.
Huh.
I did promotional material for Undertale. Actually, let me GGDG. Undertale. They did the official Marathon poster that it's on Fangamer website. Hold on, Fangamer Undertale. Because I remember my friend sent it to me for Christmas a few years ago. As a present. There it is. Found it. Discord. There it is.
Let's see. Metaton. Oh. Oh, it's very poppy.
I love the color so
It's
much.
so good.
Yeah. And also one thing that I always like to notice is that in one hand he has 4 fingers and the other hand one has 5.
Oh, you're... Oh, right, because thumb. I was like, what are you talking about? There are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I forgot microphone holding. I mean, maybe it's magnetic. Maybe it's magnetic.
Probably like he loves to remove a finger or two from time to time. Marathon.
No, I meant like that, like the one, you know, there's like 4 fingers. And it's just holding. And there's no thumb. Because it's magnetic.
Oh, no. The thumb is behind the hand.
No. I meant like, no, maybe it's not. Maybe there's no thumb. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the number is right. Maybe it's just like holding it with those 2 middle fingers.
The hand is just this.
Yeah. And it's just full, because, you know, how are you going to hold a microphone 4 fingers? There's just no thumb there. So there's just, you know.
I do.
I tried so hard.
And
why is my life so hard all the
got
time?
so far.
I got so far. This is what I mean.
It doesn't even matter.
Always doing my best.
I'm gonna draw a sans just for you.
I do want the sans.
I'm gonna draw you the sans to defeat them all.
Is it like one of your comfort characters?
Yeah. I have lots of fun drawing sans. It's just like, call me cringe or whatever. He just gives me comfort. He's like...
What the fuck are you? Just call me cringe, but I'm happy when I draw this character. It's like, why would I call you cringe over that?
Sans is always defined as the cringiest character of Undertale.
Why?
Like, because he's the meme character. Nobody takes him seriously until the ending, where he absolutely destroys our ass. Actually, let me.
Did I ever finish playing Undertale? Because I can't remember. Oh no, wait. Did I? I don't remember what happened. What the fuck did I remember? There's like a huge blank. I know there's like Papyrus. I know there's a little dragon child that we saved or some shit.
Azrael.
Yeah, there's like random shit I remember. And I know I played, but then I don't know what happened after. I don't think I finished it then.
I mean, that's the ending of the game.
Huh? What the fuck?
Yeah.
How come I don't remember? And I do remember also that like I played it a second time or something. Or I open it a second time because people are saying something happens if you do. And then I walked in the mirror and then it says like a different line. And then I didn't play anymore because I was scared. That's what I remember.
We should play it again sometimes together.
I'm so scared that it's still on my computer somehow. Like that it will no. Then I mean like that it's memories. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it'll be like, bitch, you're here with a friend now. Is this entertaining to you? And I'll just be like,
They're gonna be like, do you think we're a joke?
yeah, they'll just be like, oh, fucking watch Netflix. Like, we don't want to do this anymore. I thought you were done. Oh, looking up, grabbing love, probably.
Looking us, we're just like, he's here on the ground, like he's here.
I'm taller than him. That's all I need to know.
For example, we're here, and he's just like, right, and he's holding us here.
Oh, that's less fun. I thought we were just very tall.
He's just holding us up, and he's like,
and we're just there like, oh.
exactly. We're just like, aw.
Cute, scary. We're gonna die, but cute.
Exactly.
Do four wall breaking games scare you, Anba? Do they scare you, Andy?
Not really. It's more like it was.
Fucking Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. That's scary.
Thank you. Because I was not gonna accept it. I was just gonna be like, no. If you're human, that was scary. That was scary, and I'm not saying in a jump scare way. That was scary in an oppressive psychological way. Like fuck.
Yeah. It was like it was uncanny.
Uncanny. Yeah, that's it. Oh my god. The fact that you could like mess around with the files and then shit still went awry.
Yeah, like
that had me.
I remember I saw on YouTube. Sorry, I have hiccups right now. I remember I kept seeing on YouTube this video of like what happens if you put Sayori back in the game.
Yeah.
And Sayori just freaks out. She's like, "Why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
What is happening?" And just like the game closes because like it's just her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so weird to see that. I was like imagine if like AI actually got that self-aware.
No, I couldn't be able to. Oh my god, I've already have it like bad with like things that do not communicate with me, like animals, plants. Like these are things that concern me, right? I can't, like, if there's like a fucking AI speaking to me and sounding like they have emotions and self-awareness, I'd not touch my computer anymore. I'd be like, well, I'm done with this. It was fun for as long as it lasted, as long as my ignorance was there, my unawareness, but now I have been schooled, and I'm gonna go live in a cave, I guess.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. I'm gonna fucking eat grass, and I hope I'll survive for a week, and if not, well, it's over. There's a second version of DLDLC with extra content. If you go back into the game, where Sayori loses her mind from self-awareness, she dies again and you can't play the game.
Oh my god.
Can we just let Sayori, let's just let her do her whatever. I didn't like her, by the way, in the game, but I was just like, yeah, that is too much, even for somebody I don't like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know if it's because of the theme for me. But whenever a character commits the S word in a video game, I feel it a bit more. I don't know if it's the act of it. And the Sayori one was just like completely out of nowhere. It was like a Madoka Magica moment where Mami gets her head chopped off out of the blue. You're just like sitting there like, all right, this is the thing we're doing now.
Yeah. That really shocked me because it was already kind of roller coastering, right? So you thought you were at the pinnacle already. and then just casually that, and it's just okay.
All right.
Okay. Like I was playing it on a server with other people, and I did not know. I heard of Doki Doki Literature Club and that it was a thing, but I genuinely did not know that it was like a horror. I thought it was just like a very funny kind of reverse harem whatever game. Whatever you call it, harem game, maybe, yeah, whatever. So I thought like, okay, it's gonna be funny or it's gonna be whatever Mimi, right? So that's why we're gonna play this. The shock like came in double. I was just, what the fuck's going on? And once I got used to it, like it just gets worse.
It's a roller coaster. The whole Yuri thing is just like, oh my god.
It's like a Gurren Lagann, but then for horror, man. It just keeps like blowing up more and more, and before you know it, you're a Gundam in space. You are
it's
space.
Not stopping. It's not stopping at any given moment either.
No. And then when it's over, quote unquote, you can like mess with shit, or you know, even if you don't think about it, you don't think about the game is over. But I know a friend of mine who was like playing it, and like everybody else was kind of witnessing it and like playing along. They were like, oh, but I've heard you can do something with the files at the end. I'm like, well, okay, you just do it. I don't know what happens. Or maybe we get the good end. No, I didn't. We really didn't. And then shit just got corrupted. And yeah, I was just like, wow. All right. Okay.
That's the game.
This is where we are. This is what we're doing.
This is the situation we're in.
This is the situation. And we're not getting out of it.
It's not a nice situation.
It's not nice. I am uncomfortable. But I guess like the good thing is I wouldn't play by myself. I wouldn't finish it. I'm very bad with those kinds of contents myself too. Like it's because everybody was there. That was kind of fun and interesting or whatever. But do you know the manga Oyasumi Punpun?
I do.
I could not finish it.
Me neither. I had to drop it at that exact scene that I think you have in mind right now.
Maybe. I don't even know if I dropped at a scene actually. I had to drop because of how heavy it was getting, and it was not letting up, you know, like that continuation of heaviness is what got me where I just had to stop. So I don't even know if it's like a particular scene I stopped at actually.
I'm not gonna fall too much into detail because it's trigger warning stuff here, but it's a scene that pertained Pumpun's uncle. And it made me hate him physically so much that I had to stop reading the manga.
Like Pumpun or the uncle?
The uncle. He was he was one of my favorite characters at the beginning because he was like, he's the only sane family member. And that scene happened, and I was like, no. No. Nah, not doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't even start with Punpun. It's too scary. It's not even scary like in jump scare, whatever, or it's just, again, the psychological heaviness. But in a way, if you think about it, like the fact that it can make you feel, like I was dropping it and being like, I hate this, blah, blah, blah. And then like I thought about it a bit more. I'm like, actually, it's a really, in what it does, it's so good. Like it's not easy to maintain that heaviness and keep it interesting. And, you know, the art style, I really like the art style. It's like one of the reasons I kind of read it. There was something about it, about like the scratchiness and the oppressiveness of it. And it really lent well to the story. And even that I can be like, wow, you know, that is like amazing work. But it was not for me. It was not for me to read or finish at the time. Maybe in the future, I don't know, but maybe not.
I don't think I'll ever go back to it. It was like, it hit me so hard in that specific one part. I just go like, I should have thinking about it.
Yeah. It is amazing that it can do these kind of things, right? Because it's just like technically just like stuff on paper, if you think about it, right? Just words and stuff, and it's all in our brains, so.
It's also falls to the part where like whenever the fiction affects the reality of things, it's just like those moments that are like, whoa, too real. And you're just like sitting there and like, maybe this is kind of bad.
I'm usually sitting there like, I was reading this to escape reality, but I feel like I'm caught in something. Like,
yeah, it was just like, this is not escapism anymore. I just like,
yeah. Yeah, you're just there like, escapism, tried it, didn't work, something else.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's rare to find something now that is truly escapism without having a mental crisis over something.
It's escapism and like straight up dragging you back into reality, and then I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Ottoman Gamement. Yeah. DDLC was Anba's first girl you thought game. I feel like I always get myself in like girl you thought situations though. I always think and I'm never right. Check out Chino Wadachi. Chino Wadachi. Sometimes these horror things or horrible things can be cathartic though. So I will be like the last person to say you can, like, it's not allowed to exist. I hate that kind of point of view. I think most things, if not everything, freedom of speech, everything is allowed to exist, but there will be varying opinions on it. You got to take it. And in some cases, some stuff that is kind of like really not okay can be very cathartic to a person who went through those kinds of things or, you know, deals with shit.
I think it deserves like the volition, like the presence of a trigger warning, of course, because like sometimes it either can harm the person reading it or it could be cathartic, like people who escape with fiction about like their traumas or specific stuff. I'm not gonna fall into detail, but you know, it reaches to a point where I don't know. You have to understand that most of the time the author speaking about it does not condone said stuff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like fiction does not equal the author. Yeah. You can start to ask yourself some questions if the author only writes about very specific things all the time and they're like in their behavior questionable, but if it's just like in their fiction.
You're like, this author stings.
Yeah.
To some extent. I don't know, is something that is also hitting me like as of recent as well, because I used to be a person that like that always went on like fiction does affect reality and stuff like this. It does to some extent. And I'm not saying that I condone anything, because I don't. There's a lot of things that I don't condone, even in fiction and stuff like this. But I've reached a point where I do not care what other people consume. Like, I'm too tired of this.
Yeah.
I'm too tired of it. I don't want to say like any more policing people other like around the content. That I'm not gonna go search it. I'm not gonna go look at it. I will filter my experience on the internet because I don't want to see certain stuff, so it's not even gonna cross my TL, for example. It's just I don't know.
I should always be crossing your TL though.
That's true. You always do.
I always do.
Yeah, like let's say certain tags. For example, I do add a tag for gore. For example, whenever I draw like guts or stuff like this, does that mean that I condone like mutilation and stuff like this? I absolutely do not. No. I do not condone mutilation. I do not condone violence. It's just sometimes it's cathartic to draw guts or two. Flown out of like.
I genuinely like those kinds of things. Like, even when I was younger, you know, before like the inter bubble blah, I just liked stuff like I'm not saying guts or whatever, but like kind of creepy kind of stuff. There's something about that, but that again, like I just think it's stupid to try to, or stupid. I think it's very selfish almost to try to form the world like that, especially art. Like, it's just this different realm for me. It's self-expression. It's all your hopes and dreams. Like, nobody's going to tell me that they've never in their life had, like, I don't know, like a sexual tinted dream or whatever, right? Most people did. I'm not, you know, most people do. But that doesn't mean that you're, like, I don't know, whatever. Or that you have, like, you know, certain ideas about that. It doesn't mean anything. The easiest way to explain it is, like, I guess, like, in those kinds of terms. But... And it's the same for stuff like morally ambiguous stuff like, I mean, obviously you have like your bad guys and murder, whatever, in like anime and shit, but even like other things are more taboo.
Yeah, it's like like when people try to police the other when they like villains. I'm like,
No, like that's not the
villains.
point. It can really piss me off. Like,
I'm
yeah.
allowed to like a villain in a fictional world. Like, of course, like I'm not gonna like root for them in a way. Like if they were real, I'm not gonna root for them.
Yeah, no. Nobody's gonna no.
See, it's like, but I'm still allowed to like a villain in games. Like if liking Bowser is problematic, like I love Bowser. He's a turtle from a fictional world. He's not gonna go, it is not he's not gonna come thank me when I defend him, and I'm just literally like I'm a Bowser apologist.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand people sometimes. It's just like, okay, just let people love their Bowser and maybe do something about people that are into Trump because that is a problem. But
That is a problem.
like that's a real problem.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I don't condone and I generally find disgusting, and I'm not gonna fall into detail about what. Um, but it's, I don't know. There's harmless stuff. There's of course stuff that can be harmful and can actually push normalcy over stuff that is actually genuinely harmful. But I don't know. That's also a whole kind of worms that I don't want to open about.
Can worms keep them close, put them to the side, deal with them later in your own time.
Yeah.
Guts from
It's just
Berserk
like-
is cool too. In a way, Berserk has a pretty inspiring story.
See,
Berserk.
Berserk is one of those fictional worlds where like there's so much problematic stuff, but it, people not seem to care.
But it can sometimes make or break a thing. Like the fact that it's towing problematic topics can sometimes make it very fascinating in a weird way.
Yeah, it's like like for from Pum Pum, for example, right? That one scene that I was discussing about with the uncle is incredibly problematic, and for me, it was that make it or break it moment. Of course, I don't encourage anyone to go search because that's the last thing that I want to do. I don't want to put off anyone and stuff like this. But for me, it was like a break it or make it scene. So in that term of things, other people might have thought that scene was fascinating in the event of things. Others might have thought that was like, oh, this character is an absolute piece of shit. Others were like, maybe if I was in the same situation, I would have done the same. I don't know. Everyone's brain works different. Maybe I didn't have the guts to proceed with that story, but personally, I'm not gonna go about and not recommend this manga to other people, because in the end, if they want to enjoy it and if they enjoyed it, good for them.
You're free to like unrecommend things too. Like that's all fine. The only thing I have a huge problem with, like, I don't care if people are online and shitting on something. TBH, like, yeah, that's like bad behavior and it reflects more on the person, and that's like a problem in that sense. But I genuinely don't give a shit most of the time, especially if I don't know the person. Just whatever. But the thing that I have a problem with is just people going like, and this should be forbidden, like as in like by law or whatever the fuck, right? Like they're like, we need to basically give out punishment to the people that still make these kinds of things. And punishment, they could do that through like things like cancellation or whatever, right? Or overthrowing shit at people, like, I don't know, death threats or other stuff, or hate or whatever. Those things I am completely against. I'm just like, you don't get to reform reality like that. That's not how it works. That's how you destroy diversity too, by not allowing reality to sometimes be.
The thing is that it happens most of the time to also LGBTQ plus artists most of the time, because like when diversity is enforced by cis people, it never happens. Like everyone seems to be accepting on it. The moment it's a queer like person or a person like member of the community, it suddenly becomes matter of cause and everything for everyone else to act upon. Is just, I don't know, like, I don't know. The internet's always been around. It's getting a bit out of hand now, in my opinion.
It's
Because
really odd because that used to be like the Tumblr sort of like. It used to be like a thing I remember on Tumblr more.
and
And
it's
then
moving up to Twitter.
yeah, it leaked out really weirdly to other places of social media. But I think one of the reasons is because like people, well, there is some power in being able to make a difference like that. And sometimes it works, for better or worse, it works. So I'm guessing people see that like as an outlet or a way, but I don't think that's like a way you immediately should behave like. Like that's an answer to a situation. But not every situation, and that seems kind of be the case recently. So I don't know, I think it's gonna explode at some point. There will be a counter movement or whatever. We're gonna see it. You know, things never stay the same, especially not like if they're kind of unreasonable sometimes.
Yeah, most of the time people don't want to really listen to reason either. It's on both ends. It's both ends because there's people who might call out stuff that could harm actually people who survive certain type of stuff, who might actually find those things triggering or like might actually like activate their fight or flight response seeing that kind of content unprompted. And other times it's also from the other end, where it gets out of hand really easily with harassment, and it's never nice. It's never nice on both ends. I don't know. It gets out of hand pretty easily because most of these things could also be kept private. Most of these situations, I don't know, because most of the time it also comes from these agreements. Of course, there's the more serious stuff that I don't want to undermine. There's people who are genuinely into like incredibly fucked up things that are not okay, that are just make me just like, how do you find that enjoyable? Like, all right, it's
There's like, I know there's like, people gave me like, because I've said this before and then I had like certain friends with opinions that were kind of like, yeah, no, fiction, you know, affects reality, da-di-da-di-da, and I completely, yeah, okay. And then they were kind of giving me these examples of like, you know, this, and this, like, isn't that incredibly fucked up, Anba? Isn't that incredibly blah, blah, blah? And I'm just kind of sitting there like, oh, you're talking to me as if I'm agreeing with the other things. I'm not. Like, I'm just saying it is allowed to exist. I know it's fucked up, like incredibly fucked up, but is it fiction is my first question. Is this like an actual situation this person is acting towards? Are they doing these things? In which case, I'm completely against it. But is it just fiction? They're just drawing it, they're just consuming it, they're just looking at it, they're enjoying it in their brains? Is that what's happening? Then we can't stop that. Like, even if you're like, well, you can't draw it and you can't like share it and you can't watch it, then you know, people have imagination. If they're so into that shit, then they will probably do something with that in their imagination. So you can't stop it in that sense. Like, it's not even about fiction affecting reality. It's just reality is there and fiction, you know, it's two ways. It's not just one, usually. Like, I'm not interested in series or shows or stories that do not already tickle my fancy. And my fancy's tickle because of my life experiences and because of, you know, my taste, and that's all acquired. Because I don't think taste is something you're just born with. It's something you acquire over time, right?
Oh yeah, taste is something that you cultivate.
Yeah. So in which case, like, the reason why I would like a certain work, like, I don't know, or a certain character, is because it's touching, it's I don't know, tickling something that's already there. And it didn't have to be this work. It doesn't have to be Death Note with like Light and his anti-hero antics going on. That would, you know, if it wasn't not Light, it might have been like fucking, I don't know, what's it called, Tokyo Ghoul, Kaneki, you know, having this anti-hero thing, or anything else. Because that's already in me, that kind of enjoys those situations for some reason. Maybe because, I don't know, I need to like work through something. Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe I just enjoy it because I feel understood in a way. Am I ready to like get my hair bleached all the way and murdering some people? Or do I just want to like, you know, perform justice upon the world? No.
Just a normal Sunday night.
Just a normal Sunday night. I'm not getting a Death Note soon. And even if I did have a Death Note, you can rest assured I'm not going to do that kind of shit. But do I enjoy Light or whoever doing this? Of course I do.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's also a hard topic because like
it gets personal really quickly.
Yeah, because of course if I enjoy, like, let's say there's this one game called No More Heroes that came out recently. The new chapter of it that I really really like. It's always been a game about violence. It's a very violent game about this assassin that ranks up from this association of assassins in this city called Sun to Destroy. And the game has a variety of its problems. The characters are all flawed. The main character as well. He's very flawed. And do I condone any of the things that they're doing? No, absolutely not. Are they assassins with a fucked up past or a fucked up life that are fighting for a brutal enjoyment and just like hyper violence? Absolutely yes. Sometimes I just watch these kind of things. They're just like that's it. It exists. And I enjoy it because it's completely detached from what reality is. And sometimes escapism, just like wanting to, I don't know, cut a bitch in two is fun sometimes, especially when you're frustrated. And if it's in a video game, sign me up.
Sign me up.
Yeah, of course I'm not gonna slash the first person that I meet on the street, because no.
Nah. Too much jail time and all those kinds of things. Not fun.
Too much jail time. You're putting too much thought into it, Anba.
What? What? Hey, I like to write stories stuff. I've contemplated murder multiple times before. And its consequences, not just murder. I'm kind of consequence person. Anyway, natto is effed up and it's eternal. It's really hard to remain in the middle ground on a lot of topics where people would villainize your principles simply because you don't agree with them. I enjoyed the show Hannibal, good example by the way, but my ass ain't about to become a psychologist just so I can gourmet my doctor. Travis is sexy as F. Who is Travis?
Travis is the main protagonist from No More Heroes.
Well, there we have like-minded people on the internet. Yeah, it's really weird, by the way, just like kind of cycling back to the previous thing about the internet and finding people, that understand you. It's so weird how that is like, I'm going to sound like a boomer, I am. It's weird how that was like the thing the internet was for. Like, we're nerds, so there's nobody really understanding our specific interests. Oh, look, a forum. People do understand me. Great. Connection. And now it's become like, I don't know. It's, you know what? It's because it's really clear that the chads at some point streamed into the internet. It's really clear that the chats at some point discovered their Wi-Fi connection. Not to be that bitch, but it used to be very, not exclusive, but people would just be like, why would you spend so many hours sitting in front of a screen when you could be playing football or you could be watching this TV show? And that would be like the chads, right? And now at some point they were like, And now we're facing the consequences. I swear, I think that's one of the reasons why we suddenly have this influx of like intolerance towards some certain things.
I don't know, people... How can I put this? If we had to eradicate like certain like fictional stuff, for example, like horror, like psychological horror stuff. It's like the case with Killing Stalking, for example. People romanticizing it. That's the completely wrong approach from what the intention, I believe, was from the manhwa. That was clearly meant to be a psychological horror. I highly doubt that the author of the manhwa actually like wanted to romanticize stalking or kidnapping or abuse in any way, shape, or form. It was a psychological horror about two crazy people. One who was obsessed with these ideal of a perfect being such as Sangwoo, and the other one who was a psychopath, a complete psychopath, narcissist.
I like how one has a story and the other is just like, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, that's basically it, because they meet in the army, from what I gathered, because I never read the thing much.
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, you finished it?
I finished it.
Okay, so you can confirm
I
my
can
theory,
confirm.
right?
TBH, I enjoyed it.
It's a good psychological horror from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that like people romanticized it and thought that the author was romanticizing it, that was the straw that
I
broke the
think that
camel.
not many people romanticize. Like, I know there were people that were like, oh, you know, like hot, sexy, whatever the fuck, right? But that's like a thing you say. I don't know how to even explain. There's like a difference, right? Like, sure enough, you can like go on the internet and make your little fan arts and make your hat cannons or whatever the fuck. But that does not mean that throughout reading that fictional work, you were sitting there going like, yes. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just. But people are just like, oh no, you made a fan art of it, or you say something about it, or I don't fucking. So that must mean that you are a horrible person that condones all these things in real life. Like, you would go for that. It's like, no, man. Like, no.
I doubt there's anyone who actually.
I doubt anyone. I doubt most. I give you 99% of the people, if not more, like everyone maybe that read that was like throughout it feeling different things and thinking different sorts of things. And yeah, maybe they came out being kind of like, "Meh," but most people didn't even. They didn't express it like that. There's like literally nobody, I think, that romanticized it. But people still suddenly went on and towards the author as well, as if there was like a big population romanticizing it, which was not the case. Like, nobody said that's condonable. Nobody. Ask anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be like, that's a great idea. And no less the author, who they didn't even ask. They speak fucking Korean. You speak
Yeah.
English. You don't know shit. You don't know why they wrote it.
That they might just wanted to have like the intention to write a good psychological horror, and that's it.
Yeah. And like even if there were like some parts where there were like, if you read the work and you properly read it, like there is no part where it's like, hey, like the ending for
The ending is
both
literally-
characters is like not great. It's not a happy fairy tale ending. So like,
Yeah. The ending was literally like, fuck y'all. That's
yeah.
she literally threw one guy into the middle of the street and had him run over with from like a car or something, and the other one was just like, well, it's all over. You got nothing in life now. That's basically it.
I remember Fire.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, I don't know. People went on and on about killing Stalk. I was one of those people back, because I read the word stalking and stuff like this, and it was just like, oh, condoning stalking is bad and stuff like that. Till I actually wrote, wrote? Read? Thank you. Read a synopsis of the story and saw a few videos explaining actually what was going on in it. And then I was like, okay, now it makes sense.
Oh.
Like, I can understand why people dislike it genuinely, because of course the word stalking is, and actually the intention of the two characters, because like presenting this flawed protagonist where people might want to project onto the protagonist during a story, right, while reading it and everything, they might not be able to do that, and that's why most of the time in the psychological horror, you might not want to project onto the character. You might not want to understand what the character is going on, because the character is genuinely a bad person. Like the main protagonist was like, and the other protagonist, where like both of them were just like, you both are terrible people. Yeah, like I understand the upbringing of one of them, but the other person is just like, you are a murderer. You are a psychopath.
There was a thing though for the other one too.
Hmm.
I don't know. Have you read it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember. His
So
family, his
both,
family.
but the thing, what I liked about, what I just generally like about these kinds of things is that for killing stalking especially, you get like plausible background reasons.
It was very credible.
Yeah, as to why, right? These kinds of things happen. But the interesting thing is that like you get discussion about, like in the end, even with yourself, you're finishing it and you're like, I don't know how to feel about this. Was this a good end? Because you're always going to be human, like good and bad end, but you can't place it in one or the other, and that makes it so interesting to me. That's why I enjoyed it, because at the end I was like, on one hand, I'm sad actually that it ended like this. On one hand, I wish them a good end because somehow you want to resolve the tension between the characters and have them both grow and all that bullshit. But on the other hand, you're like, but I also feel some relief. Why is that? And if you're going to think about it, you're like, oh, the reason I feel relief is because actually there was no way this was going to end well. And in real life, some relationships are like that where you just gotta let the fuck go or change your ways or anything. And yes, you have a sad backstory where you, because I felt sympathy to the characters sometimes, even if they were the biggest assholes, because of their backstory. The more you know about somebody, the more you're gonna like them. That's how people like shitty asses like, what's his face, I don't know, Logan Paul or whatever the fuck, if we're gonna keep it PG.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you like them because you know more about them. That's just how humans work. So for that series too, the more I read at the end, I did like them. There was like some affection towards these people I would never in my life be affectionate towards in real life or condone in real life. And the fact that I had that affection and I was like, oh, they have a background story, they have their reasons, la-di-da. And then I still had to like judge that situation despite having that good and that bad. And at the end of it, I could come out of and be like, you know what? No, I think they deserve the bad end because of these reasons. And then I can move on with life. But I did use my brain cells a little bit to go through all the black and white and gray. For these reasons, this kind of fiction is perfect. That's why I enjoy it a lot. Like,
I think what this kind of fiction does, it kind of tests your moral ground as
Yeah.
well. There's this one series called Killing Eve on Netflix, I think it was, or Amazon Prime, I don't remember. And it's a story about this. It's a story about this woman who is a detective that does like critical studies over feminicide. So no, not feminicide. Sorry, I got it completely wrong. She does a story about like, I remember women murderers.
mm-hmm.
So murderers who were historically like recognized. And there's this one particular girl that she got concentrated on, who is a professional murderer who goes around the world killing like her targets like it's nothing, like like a ghost did the job. She leaves no trace basically, and
Wow.
and the main character is obsessed with her.
Having a little break in between. Hello?
Well, sorry, my Discord again.
It's okay, it's okay. So the main character's obsessed with her.
Yeah, the main character is obsessed with her, and basically what she does, she has to find like every way to find this person. What happens is that in the very first episode, they meet each other, but they don't know each other. They don't know that she is the murderer, and they don't know that he is a detective investigating this murderer. Basically, they meet casually in a hospital where the murderer is under the guise of a nurse, where she has to kill someone inside the hospital. And the moment that the detective goes to the bathroom to wash her hands, um, she goes out to the bathroom after meeting the murderer and the guy. And then the moment she gets out, there's a bloody mess everywhere in the corridors of the hospital. She has slaughtered everyone and stuff like this. And far in the story, she start connecting the dots and recognizes that she actually has met the murderer. What happens is that there's this sort of attraction that start building in between the two, and you're seeing that the main character is not as morally positive as you thought she would be, because you think detective equal maybe good, not like seeing the involvement of police and in the recent cases you might not think good, but
Generally in fiction, it's like justice is detective or something.
exactly, like she represents justice. You see the other character, the killer, she's a psychopath. She kills for enjoyment. She kills because she doesn't have a care in the world. But slowly you start seeing her character, you start seeing her backstory, you start seeing why she acts the way she does, why she's like this. You can see that she starts genuinely caring for other people. She meets a guy that she actually genuinely cares for a moment, until the guy gets killed in a way or another, and she's like, well, I'm gonna move on to the other person. So it's like you start seeing those like glimpses of humanity into this character that makes her makes her likable. Also, she's very funny. She has like natural charisma of her character and stuff like this.
Just like me.
Are you a psychopath, Anba?
No, I have charisma. That's a psychopath.
And basically what happens is they're still building like this connection until eventually they fall in love with each other.
Oh, sha-la-la-la-la.
Exactly. So like there's this like big turn of events where they like start falling in love with each other. There's like this rivalry relationship, but they have to catch each other. It's like Try to Catch Me. You know that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I know Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, there's this movie called Try to Catch Me, where this
Sorry.
it's fine. Where there's like this relationship between the detective and Leonardo starts building up, basically to the point where it's not just like I have to catch you because you're the bad guy. There's actual rivalry between the two. It's like it becomes a game at some point.
Mm-hmm.
There's like it starts with complicity, and basically what the story gets to is building up the detective that starts showing her flaws in a more accentuated way, and the killer that starts exposing herself to a more humane side of herself,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And it's a great story, in my opinion. Do I condone any of those actions? Absolutely fucking not. Because they're both terrible people, in my opinion. They're like, there's like, the detective is genuinely a bad person. She's been a genuinely bad partner to her husband, which she basically cheated on with the killer. The killer is a killer, where I cannot say anything else. She's done many other things that
She murders.
She murders. She literally murders for fun. She commits fraud. She commits everything.
Stabbity stab stab. It's not fun, man.
It's not fun. It's just like, I don't condone any of those actions. Am I allowed to like those characters? Yes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna like those characters because I like that they're flawed. I like that they're. Of course, I'm not gonna romanticize any of the real life killers because that's just fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. I remember I saw a Twitter artist once that was romanticizing. It was romanticizing a real life killer,
Mm-hmm.
making like a kind of like graphic novel on this killer, knowing well that the daughter that still is in life of this one serial killer doesn't want any association with the story, and this artist still portrayed her and stuff like this. So it was really disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. But then we're going into like depicting real life people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
I think that is different. Yeah, that's like it needs some more more consideration, and especially if the
Yeah.
person involved is like, I don't even want to be in that. Then you like, no.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. Those things is just like, no, man. Out of all things you could have chosen to draw.
Yeah. But if it were like, and this is gonna like show kind of where I stand with these things, so please don't get mad at me, anybody. But if it was like somebody who, like, you have like people who, for example, draw, I don't know, like fucking like take the worst in history, Hitler, right? And they make like fan art of Hitler with like, I don't fucking know, like Joseph Stalin or some shit like that. In those instances, I'm like, okay. Because in my opinion, history, depending on how far back it is, right, and like what it affects and who it affects, etc., it can be whatever. Like that's a gray area for me. Like if you're gonna, because satire should be in first of all, satire should be allowed. I think that's like one thing. But then there's also like, if you're gonna ship like those
people,
people,
make fun of Hitler and Stalin, I'm just gonna laugh at them.
yeah, that is like, that should definitely be allowed. But if it's like, if you're gonna be like, I'm gonna ship them or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, but there are people that do that, I swear to God. I have no problem with that at all. I'm like, oh yeah, and it can be funny and I might consume it and whatever. And it's still real life people. But then we're talking about like fucking...
Hold on, I have to stop you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
People ship Hitler and Stalin.
People do stuff. I wouldn't be surprised, let's say it like that.
Good night, everyone.
I haven't seen anything like it. But I was just looking for...
Cool, go take care of your dinner, please.
Get your shit out of the oven. Probably I'm gonna end it soon too. I might still call with Andy, but for the live stream part at least. Yeah.
It's been really fun talking with you, honestly.
Hey.
Hey.
Your voice just broke.
Did it?
Yeah, I was like...
I think it's because I'm tired.
Yeah. But it sounded like you were like wholly intimidated by me. I am intimidating, I know.
No, you're not intimidating.
I'm
honestly.
intimidating.
I was intimidated at the beginning when we met.
Well, yeah?
Yeah, but slowly I kind of warmed up to you, and then I was like, oh yeah, Anba's a homie.
Anba's a situation.
Anba is the situation.
People told me before, they say like, you know what, usually, what to say again? Oh, yeah. Usually when I meet somebody I feel intimidated by, it takes me quite a while to get used to them and be okay with them. But you know what? After the first day of meeting you, I was already fine. And it was kind of like, is it good or is it bad? I don't know. What does that mean? Did it mean like in one day they went from respect to disrespect? Or does this mean this is okay?
Oh my god.
Charcoal for dinner. You can draw with it.
No. Because I eat charcoal. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to yawn.
I have no clue what you just said for your yawn.
No, I was like, please don't eat charcoal.
Okay, I heard like, pachinko. Why are you talking about that today? That's so random.
What about pachinko?
Yeah, what about pachinko though?
Oh, you wanna know something that makes me laugh so much? I've been watching these Niji Sanji's compilations where at some point there's 4 men streaming, and there's this one game with a cup and some dice that you have to roll to form a word. And one of the possible words is either chinko or ochinchin. And at some point they form the word ochinchin and start going like, kita, 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 ochinchin!
Oh my god.
Is this start yelling?
They were waiting for it.
They were waiting for the ochinchin, and it makes me laugh because there was like this one other streamer that started singing an Enka song, I believe, a traditional song, before she would roll the dice. And after the song, the word ochinchin came out, and she started screaming. She was like, I'm gonna channel my energy into this one roll. Does a full-blown 3-minute song, like super queen of vocals, like this streamer is so good and stuff.
And she rolls and it's just fucking
ochinchin.
Silence. Crickets. Tumbleweed. And the chat was quiet.
And everybody clapped.
And everybody, congratulations.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I want to end it on this note? Yeah, maybe.
Do we?
We're in a little outro. I'm gonna do a little outro.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for listening up till this point. It's been like 3 hours or something more. I respect for your what do you call it, stamina. Really, otsu Anba. I hope you enjoyed Andy over here. I already threw the socials in the description. It's also over there in the comments. You just click on it. It's very easy with your mouse. You go over it, you hover, you click down on the button. It opens up a page. Then there's this button, so follow. You click on that one too. Then you can also click on the card, the tambourine card, which is in the profile. If you click on that, you can see many more links. It's so great. Click on all of them. It's fun to click. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a small auto drawing.
Yeah, do your thing. See, there's an Instagram. There's an email in case you want to email. There's a Kohi in case you want to buy Kohi. There's a YouTube because did you know, aside from just doing art, this person also sings. Yes.
Used to.
Ah, well, I mean, there's still uploads up there, yeah? You click on the button.
Mm-hmm.
Brings you to a page. And you get a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's stuff you worked on too. It's the Makeup Mikoto thing that we've mentioned before. It's silly.
Oh, yeah.
You can click on that too. Other stuff. They do animation too because they are a multi-talented person. Royalty. So, you never get bored. There's always something else to see and to do.
Thank you so much for having me, Anba. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It's also been nice catching up with you.
Yeah, it was fun to talk. I've learned many things about you. Also get NordVPN sponsored deal. I wish I had that anyway. I always say that. I don't have no. I wish someday NordVPN will have to sponsor me for the amount of times I mentioned them.
Or Rate Legends.
Read Legends. Fucking Squarespace, please. One of them. They sponsor everybody on YouTube. They can sponsor me too.
Listen to Rate Legends.
Is it a
No,
rate?
listen, play Rate Legends. Is it a game? Was it a game?
I
think
don't,
it's
Audible. You
Audible,
want
that's
a
all.
book, but you don't want a book? Audible.
You wanna
Do you not want to read? Audible.
you ever hope to just listen to words? Audible.
Audible.
Do you ever want to listen to words? Audible.
Audible. Letters? Audible. It's all Audible, just Audible. May Anba get sponsored by Tokyo Banana in the future. Oh, that would be great. On that note, let's keep our hopes high. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There. Ended it.
Nice.